Hey everybody, welcome to the Spectacular Fanboy Talk, the only show on the internet where two adult white men talk about things that were intended for children.
Absolutely. This is Storytelling Vlaire here, accompanying my friend Troy Oboyo.
How's it going?
We are ready to rumble.
How you doing? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm getting by. I'm tired, but
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Pretty tired myself.
Yeah. How's your week? You do anything? You read anything?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I went to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
That's okay. A little bit of anger right there, but that's fine.
I'm not bitter at all, don't worry. It's fine, like.
Just curse at me every once in a while, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Went there, bought some stuff. That was pretty cool. I'll have a video showing exactly what I bought, because really I just went there to buy comic books, because, that's what the con used to be.
Yeah. Back in the old days.
Back in the old days.
Before these Disneys came in and fucked it up.
Before all these Chads came and started buying tickets. All these normies trying to stare at my comics.
I'm the only real fan.
Exactly.
Nobody else understands it but me. I've been reading for 2 years.
Exactly. I've been reading diligently for about 6 months.
I've read Batman Hush, and so I'm the biggest fan in the world.
I'm a huge fan of Batman.
The movie came out, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard incredibly mixed things about it. I've heard
that's what I expected.
Some people are saying it is great, and other people are saying it has all of the problems of Hush without the good things about Hush. Without the really good scenes.
I think, personally, without seeing it, I think what it is it's missing, obviously, the aesthetic and the look of Hush. You know what I mean? Like, it's missing the Jim Lee art. Let's just be real here. Their animation they use is not anything to run home about. So, I think that's, like, the big negative. But I think the positive is, from what I heard, and this is something I wanted, a more concise story that wraps up way better than Hush. Yeah. Because spoiler alert for this story, if you haven't read it, sorry.
The comic, not the movie. Because the movie's different. The movie's incredibly different.
Right. I'm talking about the book. It's retconned at the very end that Riddler was the one behind all of it, and he pieced it together based on like I figured out who Bruce Wayne was, and that's how I was able to put this all together. And I love the Riddler. I think aside from Joker, if I could take Joker off of the list, Riddler's probably my favorite Batman villain. Just hands down. I love seeing him. I love everything he does.
What about Condiment King? Fuck you.
Condiment King?
Yeah, fuck you.
No, how about Kite Man? Hell yeah.
Yeah, Kite Man's the best, honestly. Well, Kite Man's not a villain. Kite Man's an anti-hero.
Right, yeah. He's got a lot of, like...
He's got a morally gray backstory.
Yeah, he's got multiple layers.
Yeah. He does, honestly.
He's like an onion.
The King stuff has made me really, really like him. Kite Man, it's just a super off topic. I guess we'll talk about it when we get more of the Comic-Con stuff.
But, yeah, I don't know. The original story really just didn't do it for me. I love the art. I love flipping through it. Yeah. Maybe I need to reread it. I think what would be great is if the movie incorporated Heart of Hush into its story.
It does not.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I think it'd be good to... It's a good... I don't know, because I was excited for it because same reasons as you. Kind of just readapting, fixing some of the problems, like what they did with the Death of Superman.
Yeah, they did that perfectly. Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember if you saw it. Mm-hmm. They did it. They took all the fucking cool things about it and the cool Superboy.
They gave us
Metropolis Kid look, which I adore that costume. And they gave it back, but then they fixed.
They gave us the real Justice League fighting Doomsday. Yeah. They didn't give us, the
Guardian.
Yeah, they didn't give us Guardian or Booster Gold or not Guy Gardner. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't give us all the D-listers, but instead, we actually got the Justice League.
Yeah, there was less, like, politics of it, because that's really kind of all it was. DC was pushing their own
even fixed Superman in that universe, because it was just like, okay, Superman, Wonder Woman, not a thing anymore, Lois Lane, Superman going further, more serious relationship, everything you'd expect, even down to his suit getting fixed, which is a big plus for me, even though the animation I still don't really like.
I don't love it, no. But to
him
me,
seeing him in that Rebirth suit is just... Yeah. Even better.
Yeah, to me, though, the animation stuff is like... With Hush, it bothers me because Hush is so... The reason Hush, the comic, is so good is mostly because of Jim Lee's art. Mm-hmm. So it's like, getting rid of that, you get rid of like 90% of what's good about that story.
Yeah.
But with the Death of Superman, the art in that isn't. There's
Yeah,
iconic moments,
it's
but there's
Jurgen.
nothing. Yeah,
It's Dan
it's
Jurgens,
good. It works.
You know,
it's 90s comic art.
Yeah.
But there's nothing super spectacular.
There's nothing
about
iconic about it.
Yeah, it's mostly just the shots that are iconic, and so like
you can replicate that.
So they do, and then it lets them make them cheaper and easier, so we get more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which like
I understand that.
Yeah,
but...
and it's frustrating for Hush to be that because it's such a. It'd be like if they did it with The Killing Joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know.
You want to move on to the comic book news from Comic-Con?
Did you read anything or see anything else? See any movies?
You go first.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
Okay. I read the newest Spider-Man life story. And that series is continuing to be. I think when it's all out, I think we can like have a full discussion about it because like it's not finished yet. It's continuing to be interesting. It's not what I would want to pick up if I want to read a Spider-Man story. Mm-hmm. If I'm really hankering for like, man, I really want a fucking Spider-Man story right now. Fuck off, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick up this newest issue. I might pick up the first issue because that feels so because he's still young and stuff.
Right.
But it's slow, and it's just a product of what the story is. He's growing out of what we know as Spider-Man. Yeah. Not necessarily a bad way, but in just a way where it's like, it's strange for me. But that's kind of what I read this week. But I saw a couple movies. I saw quite a few movies.
Yeah, which movies?
I saw John Wick. Okay. Chapter 3, Parabellum. Wow. And that was incredibly violent. I bet. Incredibly violent. Very well choreographed. Still not as good as the first one. I don't think anybody's... Did you see the first one?
I've seen the first one. I love the first one. But I have not seen the second one, and I have not seen the third one.
The second one's alright. This is better than the second one, I think.
Okay.
Mostly because they go back into the dog stuff a little bit more. There's another character who has a dog, and it's like, that's kind of why I like the first one so much. It's better than the second one, not as good as the first one. Mm-hmm. This is clearly gonna be a fucking like 9 movie long franchise though. Probably. This did not end at the trilogy. Probably. They're going for it. It's gonna be the new Fast and Furious. They're gonna shoot for the moon. They were like, oh, we had one good movie. All right, let's make 12 more.
As long as the quality can at least,
if
it can average out, between all the films, it can stay relatively consistent. Obviously, take like a dive from the first movie a little bit, but. As long as it can stay at like an 8, I'm fine with it. Keep going. Yeah, I do hope that there would be an ending as soon as they realize that it's starting to slow down.
Yeah, especially because the choreography and stuff is still really great. Yeah, they're not going like Taken or anything where the new Taken movies are so poorly made with the action and everything. Yeah, so it's like if it's one of those movies where it's like. You can turn your brain off and have a good time, but then if you want to keep your brain on, you can still pay attention to how the movie was made. Yeah, because that's still really interesting. Okay. And I'm excited to see personally. Halle Berry is clearly making a comeback in movies after Catwoman. She's back. Oh yeah, thank fucking god. Because she was really cool in this movie. She had some really cool scenes. My favorite scene in the movie involved her, and her 2 dogs, because I like dogs. And that was good. It was a good time. I also saw Rocket Man. You need to fucking see Rocket Man, dude. Really? It's really fucking good. Yeah? It's really fucking good. If Taron Egerton does not get nominated for an Oscar, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna overthrow the government.
He's gonna lose because of Avengers Endgame.
Oh yeah. Robert Downey Jr. is gonna get nominated. But yeah, it's really, really great. He sings his own music. I didn't think he'd do that. Yeah, and he sounds crazy. I didn't realize that until I got home and I listened to the soundtrack. It's the exact fucking. It's him. It says his name and it sounds so fucking. He's so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I watched a lot. I didn't edit. I should have been editing. I didn't. I distracted myself.
That's okay. It happens.
But and then I watched this. Have you heard of the show Haunted? No. It's on Netflix. It's this weird like. True stories of people living in haunted houses. Yeah. And I watched the first episode of this, and what they do is like the person will recount their stories. Okay. And then they'll do a reimagining of it, like as with horror movie quality and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the first episode was interesting, and I like the concept a lot. But there's so clearly this air of like they're really exaggerating a lot of the stuff to make you the viewer scared, and they're probably changing the story a little bit because. Yeah. This guy's story in this first one was, for 6 years straight, every night my closet door would open and I would see a woman hanging in there and she would come down and approach me and touch me.
That sounds really inappropriate.
Touch it. Fuck off. But she would, and then for 6 years straight, every single night that would happen to him, according to him, and his parents didn't believe him and his parents were abusive. And it to me, the story started with him being traumatized by some other unrelated event. So the whole time I'm just thinking, this guy just needs professional help. This guy just needs help, because it's so clearly like just a I believe in ghosts too. I'm fine. Like, that's not the thing, but it was so absurdly concrete, you know, like a modern horror movie where I was just like, this is just a traumatized 6-year-old.
I might check it out.
It's
actually,
interesting
because
if you want something like scary for it's just like a half hour. Yeah, you know, it's a fun time, and it's you know, and you can analyze stuff and try and figure it out. I watched it with the missus. And it was pretty fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's also kind of fun to like. There's some stuff to make fun of too.
Yeah.
Because it's just like because the way that they tell the story, like the real person. Yeah. He's in a circle like it's a therapy session.
Oh, wonderful.
But he's with like his closest friends as if they don't know it.
Yeah.
Because you'd think something like this he would.
Yeah, he would tell them. They'd be the first people to know. But no, actually, sorry, Hollywood is.
Yeah.
Hollywood's the first people.
Yeah, but that's good. And I started playing Stardew Valley, and I got addicted to it. And so I'm trying to break that addiction, because it's like a drug addiction, man. Yeah. It's like it's like Animal Crossing, where you just kind of hang out in town, except Animal Crossing you come back every day for like 10 minutes. You know, it's just like, oh, I gotta check Animal Crossing. You know, but this you can play for 7 hours straight, because the time isn't like real time. It's like every second is 10 minutes, so you can just keep going through the day. So I played it from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. straight. Nothing, just doing that. So it's become a problem, so I'm trying to kick that addiction.
Yeah, that's actually why we're here.
Yeah, it's the therapy. Oh god, my mom's walking in right now.
Yeah, she's coming into the room. Troy, you have a problem.
Yeah, but it's good. It's interesting. If you want something, it's if you want a game that like it's just kind of calming. It's nice. It's nice to, because then you still have a story. There's a ton of fucking shit you can do. You can go mine. You can go fish. You can go fight monsters in a cave, and like and you can date everybody in the village, and like there's story, and there's like cutscenes and stuff. It's not worth like. It's like Minecraft meets Animal Crossing with like actual plot. So that's kind of why I like it a lot. Okay. Because I got into Minecraft, but I kind of fell out of it because I just kind of ran out of stuff to do.
Yeah, no,
me too.
me
Especially by myself. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. But this, you know, you have your fake friends, and you have your digital friend of Abigail and Haley and everybody.
On a first name basis.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, they don't have last names. That's why.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But, yeah, that's about all I did. I think.
Now that I recall, I did read a couple things that really kind of struck me. First one was Silver Surfer by Donny Cates. Yep. Silver Surfer Black.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, you were telling me about that last week.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Just a minor one, but the bad guy in that story is Null. Oh yeah. Who's like the big bad guy of like Venom. Symbiote, yeah. Yeah, and what's kind of cool is, like, for a moment you get to see the Silver Surfer actually kind of turn into a venomized cool. Silver Surfer.
Like a pop figure.
Yeah, and the art is just really visceral and kind of like... It just looks like you're looking into a microscope and you're just watching the story play out.
Yeah, it's very...
the way...
From what I've seen, it looks kind of like Kirby-esque.
Kind of, yeah. It's really cool. I recommend anyone to check it out, especially if you're fascinated by the Silver Surfer character.
Yeah, it seems like a very good cosmic thing, which not my fucking thing whatsoever. But
normally, no. Same for me, but I don't know. For some reason, it kind of sticks to me.
I feel like Donny Cates couldn't do the cosmic stuff better than anybody, I think, now.
Speaking of another Donny Cates story, I can't believe I'm recommending this. This is a big deal for anybody, for me. All right, guys, just throwing this out here. Venom 16, I think it's 16. That's the newest issue. It's the one with Rhino on the cover. Yeah. Is amazing.
Really?
Let me just okay, sorry to spoil it again, but okay. It just starts off, Eddie had banished the symbiote because the symbiote, I guess, convinced him that he had cancer for the longest time, but
I did hear about this, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of that, actually.
And Eddie's trying to take care of his kid, and they're both living in this like abandoned warehouse, and he has like no money because he got used to his symbiote providing everything he needed. You know, if he needed a quick buck or whatever, the symbiote, he would hop into the symbiote, and then it would steal money from some place or beat up a bad guy, steal their wallet or whatever. Yeah. You know, but he has banished it. He doesn't have it anymore, so he can't rely on it. He tries to get a job at like this old place like the Daily Star or some crap. And they're just like, look, we don't want to hire you because last time you nearly murdered a guy when you were doing it.
No,
and
that's not.
It just brushed that under the rug. Don't worry about it. Hey,
come on.
Yeah, come on. There's a lot of.
I was a different person. They called me Venom. I'm anti-Venom now.
We were a different person. So, anyway, he's trying to get money because he's trying to help his kid because his kid is sick. You know. And there's even moments where like the kid doesn't even know that the guy who's taking care of him is actually his dad.
Oh, really?
And the reason why Venom won't or Eddie won't tell him is because Eddie is too much of a chicken shit to,
Classic
you know.
Eddie,
yeah. It just, you feel like you're reading a story about an alcoholic who's trying to like get their life together.
That's always kind of what the symbiote's been. It's been
right.
I mean, not always, but like
in a
kind
way
of turned into the symbolism for substance abuse and stuff.
Absolutely. And so, anyway, so Eddie, throughout the entire story, while he's like talking to this guy who he's asking or begging for a job, there's moments where the book, all of a sudden, like these huge splash pages will pop up, and you'll see Eddie venoming out. Like he'll be Venom or whatever, and he'll scream these horrible things, and then you realize like all this stuff is going on in his head.
Yeah.
Like this is him. Like and like
so so he still has the symbiote or he doesn't?
No, I think it's because he has the codex.
Oh, okay.
Which remember what I
yeah, a little bit.
Like every person who's ever worn the symbiote has a small piece. I think that small piece and the fact that he was so used to Venom, he has moments where he thinks of like outrageous things or tries to do outrageous stuff like you know, like in the Venom movie when Venom kept telling Eddie, oh, you should steal that. Or, oh, you should kill that. Yeah, it's doing the exact same thing. Yeah. Anyway, so he goes, he's looking for some kids or whatever, and he gets into a fight, and then in that fight scene, like, you just see, like, he venoms out. Yeah. And, you know, he beats them all up, but then by the end of it, when someone looks at him, his face is just all covered in blood and everything, and it's just... I don't know where I'm going. I'm honestly kind of rambling with this, but for some reason it spoke to me. Yeah. And it was it's leading into absolute carnage. Yeah, that's cool. So if that doesn't give you enough of a pitch to go check it out, I'd recommend it. Yep. I'm
going to go into that event blind. I'm just going to keep reading the Spider-Man side. And I'll be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I kind of determined I'm gonna read the absolute carnage stuff, the Amazing Spider-Man, because that was already going to have my money. Yeah. And then probably the Miles stuff, if that stuff really is important, because I've been reading Miles.
I won't read all the tie-in stuff. Like
I'm not reading the Avengers. I'm not reading Captain America.
This is not going to become metal again.
No,
or pick up every single fucking book for it.
Well, you know, if you picked up that first Teen Titans book, it's
that was the one. That was the one I didn't pick up. I'm pissed. I'm fucking furious. Also, because I had Green Arrow in it. But I got the Batman Who Laughs, and that's worth like $3 now because everybody fucking got that one.
I think it's like 10 roughly, but it's nothing crazy. Yeah. Other than that, I read Daredevil, the newest issue. I really wanted to discredit this issue because it's not the same artist who did the first arc. But this was a great issue where Matt Murdock was invited to go to dinner, and turns out the people he was having dinner with were one of the mob families running Hell's Kitchen. Oh, cool. And they knew who Matt was, not Daredevil, but like they knew that he was a prosecutor, you know, hard nail, fighting crime, all that stuff. And they just have like a really good conversation about you know, the law and is it right or not right, or, you know, just or unjust. And oh, well, and then like the lady, she was basically the kingpin, and she was just like, well, we keep crime in Hell's Kitchen because it keeps prices affordable. Yeah. Do you think people can afford to live here when big companies roll in here?
That's why I kill people. It's for the betterment of society.
And then Matt Murdock was just like, no, you're full of bullshit and smoke and mirrors. I might as well be talking to Mysterio.
That is honestly the worst excuse for crime I've ever heard in my entire.
Well.
It's you could argue you support crime being done because of that, but if you're the one doing the crime,
right. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to check it out.
Yeah. That sounds cool. Yeah, I'm always into the books where they're never actually in costume. It's just them, you know, them being them.
My favorite moments with Daredevil, and I think this is why I like Daredevil, is because he's always the guy who has to, be a lawyer and defend his case. You know what I mean? He always has to be on the defense, and sometimes the prosecution.
Yeah, the dual life is important. You can't just have a thing where he's just Daredevil. That's not interesting. Just like Spider-Man. If he's just Spider-Man, it's pretty boring.
Right. Same with any superhero.
So yeah.
And then that's really about it. I mean, other than like the weekly stuff, Batman was really good as per usual.
Still haven't read it. I'm just because what are we on? Like what, 73 now?
75.
75. We got 10 issues left. I'll just wait. Till it's all done. It started with just the arc, and then I didn't know when the arc ended, and then it became like 20 issues later. I was like, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna read 55 through 85 all at once, and then I'll read the Batcat stuff. Which, that new fucking picture, that old Clayman, I love him.
Yeah, Clayman,
thank God.
he kills it. I really hope what they do in that book is, I hope they just spontaneously get married.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are kind of fed up with that whole thing.
I don't think they need a big marriage. That's why
They don't need to be like, oh, issue...
I don't want to avenge. I want tie-ins that don't actually matter.
Issue 5, they're getting married, guys. Issue 5 of this new series. No,
I want it to kind of be like the proposal.
Do it the first page, just bam.
Yeah.
Get it done, over with.
Yeah, well, don't do it the first page, because then the previews will spoil it. Do it on the 4th page. That's where it comes in.
Or the last page. Do the last page of issue 1.
Yeah. And then
just continue.
Do it just like the fucking like the proposal. Like I didn't even get that issue. I feel horrible. I didn't get the fucking.
Do you want it?
Nah, I'm good.
I have it.
Nah, I'm good.
I have an extra one.
Nah, maybe. I'll talk to you about it.
We'll talk about it in the sidelines.
Yeah. We'll talk about it off record.
Off record.
But yeah, I'm excited for that Batcat book.
Me too.
I'm a little bit concerned about the dialogue, but like I think I've never hated the King dialogue. It kind of always bothered me with him and Catwoman, but like I've learned to just kind of be fine with it. Mm-hmm. The one thing I just can't be okay with though is that new Catwoman costume is still so fucking weird.
The one without
with the armpit holes.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
What if she sweats when she's stealing something? What if she's doing the laser
it's better
thing
than Black Cat's costume where her hair is like hanging out.
Well, it's
the back
a wig,
of her
isn't
cowl.
it? I always assumed they went the Black Canary.
Maybe. If it's a wig, then cool.
At least it's better than an Arrow when Sarah was Black Canary and she wore a wig over her blonde hair.
I forgot about that.
So like Sarah takes off the wig and they're like, Sarah? It's like it's the same fucking color. Like it's just a little bit more hair. Spoilers for season 2 of Arrow, but fuck off.
Yeah. Do you want to use the Tom King as a segue into the comic stuff from Comic-Con?
I don't think we're using it. I think you just want it. Yeah.
Yeah?
That's not
cool.
Okay, when you mentioned that as a segue, okay, all right. That
cool.
was a horrible segue, but yeah, we're talking about the Comic-Con stuff now, everybody.
All right.
We're changing topics.
Damn straight we are. Did you see what Tom King announced?
I don't think so.
No?
Wait, maybe.
He is doing a new miniseries.
Yeah. Just
like his Mr. Miracle.
Yes.
And it's Adam Strange.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah, I don't think I saw this announcement because this past few days have been fun.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because I was too busy watching the cast trailer, man. I couldn't pay attention. I just had to keep watching it over and over.
Kept watching it in utter horror.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like it's like I was held open. My eyes were held open when I was watching it.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's cool. I'm excited. Yeah. I guess Adam Strange is in Krypton.
Adam Strange right now is having this weird resurgence in comics, and it's strange because he... I see what I did there. He was in... first he was in Superman for Bendis. Yeah. He just had like this minor role where he just showed back up to Earth. Then he's in Action Comics because he saves the DEO from being destroyed. Or at least he saves like the director and stuff like that. Then he's in Grant Morrison's Green Lantern run, and he's helping Hal Jordan with something. And then all of a sudden he's in Heroes in Crisis for a quick page. And I was just, in my head, I was just like, okay, look, wait a minute. In the 5 years I've been reading comics,
I've seen Adam Strange
a total of 5 times, and it's been in this last 6 months.
It's been like this one reading period,
Literally, yeah. Like, I was just kind of like, what is going on? So I guess... it definitely makes sense why Adam Strange is in Heroes in Crisis, because, Tom King would want to tease his next project. Yeah. But I'm extremely excited. I know a lot of people don't really like the way he makes a character demented and tortured and yada yada.
I think it could be, especially since Adams is, if he's not doing it to like Superman or like a character who's like a staple
or like Batman.
Well, Batman's already fucked up, so like he's fine with that.
I don't mind what he's doing with Batman.
I love what he's doing with Batman.
I think his dialogue definitely needs to be worked on with Batman.
But I guess it just kind of depends on how you read that Tom King dialogue, because like I've always kind of read it as like, because Tom King knows trauma, so like it could be him writing people who were traumatized. Yeah. So like when because like I've noticed when Tom King writes people who haven't been affected like that, they're fine. Their dialogue's fine. Yeah. But Batman is is kind of quiet, stoic, because he's let this trauma affect him for 40 fucking years, and he's fucked up just like that guy from the Haunted episode.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That guy's fucked
to the same degree.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
that's cool though. Adam Strange is an interesting. He's this weird kind of like I never ask for him, but when he shows up, I'm like, cool. Yeah. Like if he were to show up in Flash, I'd be like, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. He doesn't. He's not gonna. He's in Krypton, which that makes more sense. That's cool. I kind of want to watch Krypton now because I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, no, me too.
I've heard it's really, really good.
Yeah, same.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense. I've heard Lobo's great too.
Yeah, and they're gonna make a new show off of it.
Yeah. That's weird to me because they're gonna cake that guy in makeup every fucking day.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
That's gonna suck. All that on. I mean that's why fucking Ron Perlman doesn't want to be Hellboy anymore. He's like, fuck that.
I feel bad for the girl who plays Nebula.
Yeah, Karen Gillan.
Or Vision.
Well, he's not. Well, good news is. Oh wait, he's back.
Yeah. In some
WandaVision.
WandaVision. I am not watching that.
Yeah, I'm not watching. We'll talk about those when we get to those.
Yeah. The next comic. This one, there's not a lot of information. We don't even know if it's a comic book. Yeah. The DC timeline.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be like one of those contemporary books that they'll just sell,
or if it's just like a poster. It could just be just like a list of like, hey, read these books in this order.
I hope not.
It's gonna be the most popular books. It'll be like read Batman Year One, then read Long Halloween. Then,
they already have that though. It's it's called the DC Encyclopedia or something like that. They come out with it every year.
Yeah,
every year it's just literally this huge timeline list of like books that you could read. Mm-hmm. What I want is like, a page worth of like explanation to like, how was the universe created? Yeah. What is the Monitor? What is the Anti-Monitor? What is this? What is that?
How is the DC universe created?
Right.
Because how was the universe created? That's a pretty big question.
Right. What was like the impact of Superman's arrival? Yeah. Like give it all and give it to me in like a textbook format.
Yeah, I think we'd have to wait till after Doomsday Clock for that.
Yeah, I think that's what they're playing
at.
So
15 years. At the fucking rate we're going.
Oh shit.
But that could be cool. I'm never the biggest fan of like when Zelda made their timeline. Mm-hmm. That felt just kind of like we didn't need this.
It was way more interesting when they didn't have one. And people were trying to make one.
It's especially because especially because the one that they made was weird. Yeah, and they have like, there's the bridge, the one where you lose the game. Mm-hmm. Fuck off. That doesn't count. But it was good. It was Breath of the Wild. I think they're kind of resetting the timeline.
No, it sounds like because they say that like Breath of the Wild takes place at the end of each of those timelines.
Yeah. I think the idea is that it's so far away that like it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm cool, and then the rest of it's just gonna be It's gonna be linear from there. Mm-hmm. So I'm cool with that. But I don't know. I've just never been the biggest fan of like publications coming out and be like, this is the order, because then what if in 5 years one writer's like, man, I really want to tell a story on the second day of Batman's life. Mm-hmm. The day after Batman beats his first villain. I want to do a second villain. Mm-hmm. Oh, we can't do that because we already,
My counter
not that exact, obviously. But
I know what you mean. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I know it's the reason why, like, if something like that exists, how are we to ever get another War of Jokes and Riddles?
Exactly. Yeah.
But
so it has to be super vague.
Right, exactly. I don't want it to be super, super on the nose. Yeah. I think the problem is, and I think this is a problem with, I've had some conversations with people when they talk about like DC versus Marvel and like why they are more akin to Marvel, is Marvel feels like it was like two men's imagination that was crafted. Yeah. And like
And
Stanley,
they're milking the shit out of the.
Now they are,
Yeah.
but
back in that old, back in the 70s, 60s, yeah.
Stanley and Jack Kirby,
Absolutely.
when they were creating the Fantastic Four explored the entire universe of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
And then they filled it in.
Yeah.
You know, DC has kind of not really done that.
No, DC's always been kind of the single stories together, yeah.
They create...
that's why I like what they're doing with the movies instead of having a big universe.
Right.
Yeah.
They create an idea and they let it sit in a spot, and then they create another idea and they sit it in another spot.
Yeah.
And then, like,
eventually
they
they're like,
connect sometimes, but then, like, it's kind of vague how they connect.
Yeah.
So what I'm happy about this, and the reason why I'm happy about the Scott Snyder Justice League run, is just because DC's finally saying, look, we're actually going to put some thought into our universe. Our universe isn't just, here to sell comic books and make a quota.
Yeah.
We want to give this universe a birth and a eventual death.
Yeah. It's just, the thing is that, to me, that you end up risking... I know you like Kingdom Hearts, but you risk Kingdom Hearts level of stories where it's super fucking...
I don't like Kingdom Hearts anymore.
Okay, cool. So I can rip on it as much as I want. I have not played I have not played the Kingdom Hearts games because of this, because of how absurd the universe has become.
Right.
Because over time you just have to keep adding to it.
Mm-hmm.
So in 15 years, right now we have the source wall. It's very simple. We know, past the source wall there's scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's villains for future comics.
Right.
In 30 years, they're probably going to have to add shit. They're going to probably have to there's a secondary wall within the source, they're going to have to always up the game, add new stories.
Right, yeah.
And it's just like, when you create new rules, those rules will eventually have to be broken later, and then to new people in 30 years, when people try and join comics around then, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have to read 30 comics, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Because here's the thing.
It's like, if I just want to read Green Arrow, I don't need to know what the fuck is going on in source wall shit.
Right, no, absolutely.
And I don't, and that's not a thing that's going on right now. Yeah.
And I'm not saying I want everything connected like that.
Yeah.
But what I want is, I'm tired of people being like, what are the crises?
Yeah.
And way are they significant? And why do they keep happening?
Yeah.
And to actually be given an answer and a page, like, I basically want a page where, just like a history book, we weren't there.
Yeah.
We didn't read, like, any of these people's actual novels or thoughts when, like, the Alamo was going on or whatever. But we get this small little paragraph explaining the significance of it and what it led to. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, like, breathing room between the lines that allow for new stories to be injected in and whatnot. That's kind of what I want, because I just want there to be... I'm not asking for a fully, like, functioning body, but I wanted a skeleton for the DC universe, so that anybody who jumps into the universe, new reader or a new writer, will have something to leap off of from. Because I think, like, sometimes they kind of trap themselves in this bubble where it's just like reboot. Things are not going back to status quo. Why do they happen? Multiverse shenanigans.
Yeah, and that's certainly fair. I've always preferred just concise. I like being in the bubble.
Right.
I like being in the Batman bubble if I need to be. If I want to read every story, I guess, I don't know. I understand it. I've just that's never been something I need, Right. Like, to read Spider-Man, I don't need to read the first Spider-Man issue. I know it. I'm good. I don't need to read everything up until then. I can just be like, oh, this sounds cool. I just want to read that.
Yeah.
I like hopping into something instead of having to consistently pay attention to it. Because then, I'm already having to consistently pay attention to a shit ton of stuff.
Right.
It's tiring, but...
No, absolutely. It is definitely exhausting.
It does depend on how vague it is. How if it is just if it's... See, I don't want a skeleton, because skeletons are complicated. If it's a stick figure, cool.
Right.
I want a simple figure of...
But see, that's what I mean. Like a skeleton versus adding whole, muscle, tissue, blood, veins.
Yeah, but I want it even simpler than probably what you're thinking. I want, like, full on... I just want a fucking line.
Right.
You're like, okay, cool. Yeah. But it could be interesting, or it could just be meaningless, because in 3 years some writer could be like, man, I want to tell this story. Fuck it, I don't care.
Right, and see, as long as... I think if a writer in the future does something like that, I think what they should do is just, acknowledge the stuff that had happened and then just blow from it, you know, go into a different direction. You know, if they want to suddenly just be like, oh, crises don't matter anymore, this is why.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm on board. You know what I mean? I'm on board. Which it sounds like that's what's going on, because I think DC's
they're
trying to get away from the crises.
They're probably tired of having to up their
continuity reboots and all that stuff. Yeah,
I think they're like, all right, what's the biggest we can do? God, okay, let's bring in Dr. Manhattan. He's the same thing.
Yeah, he's the best.
All right, we're done. But yeah, it could be cool. But you know,
want to talk about the Spider-Verse comic that was announced?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, it was announced they're making a Spider-Verse, like a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel comic series based on the movie. Cool. Won't matter. The next movie's not gonna, Spider-Man isn't gonna show up in the next movie and be like, hey, I remember you from these things.
The only thing I would honestly appreciate from it is if they did, like, if you were gonna tell me they had to do a comic book series based on that universe, give me one-off issues of all those characters doing something. You know,
of new interpretations of each,
show me a story where like Gwen Stacy stops a robbery, or show me a story where Miles takes on his first supervillain.
Yeah, give me like a lead up to the next movie or something.
Give me something like small contemporary so I could just play around. I mean, hell, give me a story of fuck up Peter, you know, doing something, whatever. Just
although that's canon 616 Peter though. Like did you know that? In the scene where they're running the collider for the first time, if you look on the screen, it says 616 is coming in. Yeah, so he's like the real Peter Parker.
Really?
Just future. Yeah, just older. It's like, and I initially didn't like that when I first saw the trailers, I was like, I don't like this being the real Peter Parker. Now I'm totally fine with it. Right. Because like it makes sense for him to, it's a very realistic growth for him to be kind of like that. Right. You know?
For something like that to happen.
I mean, it doesn't add up with like the comics, obviously, especially if he has kids and whatever. But yeah, I mean, the comic could be interesting. It'll be cool to explore that. If we get more of that version of Miles, that'd be nice. One thing that I saw that does bother me though, his suit is not painted anymore. He has a regular suit now. If you look at that cover, it's got a regular spider instead of the spray painted one, and it's like I really like that spray painted look just because it gave him so much character. So unless maybe they can keep the hoodie, I think the hoodie and the spray paint give him a lot of character in terms of his own design and stuff, instead of just making him just a palette swap of the regular Spider-Man look. Yeah. So I don't know, but it could be
we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I don't really have high hopes for it.
I think it's gonna end up being like the City of War thing.
Exactly. It'd just be just like that.
Yeah. So it could be cool. It's probably just gonna be a tie-in for
Probably just a tie-in just to make some money. Yeah. Because, money.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
So.
That's happening.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am actually. I honestly, They've proven that they don't give a shit about the actual season. They've proven that time and time again. The shows do not matter, but the crossovers have been, for the most part, consistently great. Aside from the very end of the Earth X one, where Felicity ruins the wedding of Barry and Iris for her own wedding. Right. So, but for the most part, they have been consistently pretty great. So I am very excited for this. A lot of the news has been it's a lot of news. There's a lot of stuff. Right. And I think the big one is that Brandon Routh is coming back as Superman. That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. Yeah. And I'm surprised that they never made a Superman reference before this, because they have him. Why not? But
I'm glad. I mean, if they in the last arc, if they made a reference that Diggle was Green Lantern, I mean, why not? Yeah. They clearly showed interest in like taking some of their actors and just being like, oh well, fuck it, yeah. Oh, what if they're this? Yeah. What if they're this in another universe? That's so cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I've seen rumors that he will have the Kingdom Come symbol.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be rad, yeah.
I heard a rumor, I don't know how true this is, so I don't really want to run with it, but that possibly Tom Welling.
That's so. He said that he was gonna. He joked and he said, "I'm gonna be in season 8 of Arrow," because he thought Arrow was over. He thought season 7 was the last season. And so he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be in season 8, guys." and then he found out that there was a real season 8. He was like, "Fuck." Okay. I mean, it'd be great. I think I would honestly prefer him to Brandon Routh. Obviously, they already have him, so like, keep using Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be great to have him. They are fine with their Smallville references.
Mm-hmm.
The last crossover, they play the Smallville theme song in a scene, like just the full on theme. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So it could be. Yeah, I'm excited for this crossover. I'm more excited for the crossover than any of the actual seasons, especially
No, me too. I'm not, me, I'm not much of a CW fan, but this crossover literally looks like it's just kind of a labor of love.
I wonder if it might be the last one though. I could definitely see this being the last big crossover.
Yeah.
And then the next ones are going to be next year. It's going to be Flash and Supergirl only, and Legends and something else. A very simple, two-way crossovers instead of these big ones.
Grandiose.
Because that's kind of become it's not so much a problem now, but I could see in 5 years it being a big problem for somebody who wants to watch Arrow. You're like, hey, I want to watch Arrow from season 1 to season 8. I'm watching season 4. What the fuck? Where did these aliens come from?
Yeah,
they came out of because on Netflix they don't market. They just call it Invasion. They don't call it Invasion Part 4 or anything because it's the last episode of that whole arc too.
Oh dang!
Yeah, so
that's
it's just
rough.
Yeah, so I think I could see this being the last crossover that they do. But was that the only news about that one? Though there's concept art for the Anti-Monitor.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he's just looks like an evil version of the Monitor that we got, but he looks good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks really, really good.
Wonderful.
It's just concept art, but it's good.
That's cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of news about the shows, obviously, because they were the only DC things that came to Comic-Con. Yeah. Because the movies weren't. Which, I understand. They
I'm surprised no trailers.
Yeah. Even for Joker, you'd think.
Yeah, you'd have thought something.
Yeah, but I guess because they don't think they need it.
Maybe.
So that makes sense. But, and I think they also just didn't want to be overshadowed by the big Marvel stuff because they knew that was going to be the big thing.
But if they were so worried about that stuff, why didn't they do it Friday? The day before.
Well, because then you get a day of it, and then people are over it. Just like the Tom the Top.
I mean,
Gun
I guess.
Yeah.
Let Marvel have Comic-Con. Give it like 2 weeks. Let the news die down.
And then boom, show the trailer. Boom, maybe picture of Black Canary from
right.
I think that's the one
a trailer of Wonder Woman.
Yeah. We're a year out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the news with the CW shows, there's quite a bit. They all got new suits. Have you seen them all? Have you?
Roughly,
yeah.
Yeah.
Supergirl got hers. She's got a new haircut and no skirt now.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about the skirt. I understand why they get rid of it, but I also kind of understand. I kind of don't really agree with it because, like, as a big anime fan, anime female characters in anime, some of them are horribly done. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are very poorly done.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, like Sailor Moon, a big part of it is like femininity is a power, is a strength and stuff to gain.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I like the skirt in Supergirl and Wonder Woman and stuff because like they're not trying to be men.
Yeah.
They're just being women and they're being their own characters and stuff, and I like that. And then in addition to, it just breaks up the colors. Yeah. It's like the Trunks with Superman. Yeah, it's dated. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for the character, but like you get rid of it, it's just super bland. So if they had made the belt red, it would have been better. Yeah. But still, I think it's just not enough. I think it's just not enough red, even with the red belt.
Yeah, when I saw that costume,
there's a newer picture of it.
Okay.
There's a better picture of it. It's still, it looks a little dark, but it might just be because it's the.
I hope it's the lighting, because that's one of my problems.
Yeah, honestly. My biggest problem is the symbol's not fucking filled in.
Yeah, it's per usual.
Yeah, just fill it, just make it yellow. Especially if they're probably gonna kill Superman in this crossover. Let's be real.
See, that's when I saw that suit, I was just like, that is CW doubling down on it. It's probably gonna happen. Yeah. We're gonna get her holding Cal.
Yeah, I saw a fan art about it. I was like, yeah, that's
exactly what we're gonna see.
Yeah. So like, I'm not the biggest fan of getting rid of the skirt. It's all right though. I like her haircut though. I know you don't, but I kind of do. I've seen other pictures of it. She looks pretty good. She's Melissa Benoist. She's adorable. I love her.
Yeah.
But so yeah, she's got a new suit. I didn't watch the trailer for that season because I haven't been watching Supergirl because I just kind of fell off
same.
It. I like it still. I like the idea of it. I think it just kind of became just a little bit too CW for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But so we got and then we got a new Flash trailer. He got a new suit too. We haven't seen the mask yet, which kind of worries me.
Okay.
Because the mask was the worst part about the last suit.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
like,
because it was so
I heard
just
there's
like
rumor that he might get the chin guard
thank
once
fuck
again.
if that's true. Thank fuck, because that was really it. It was just so top heavy, and he just kind of looked like a big bobblehead. And it was just But so if they bring back the chin guard, it'd be better. But I know he doesn't like it, so maybe they can find a way around it to make it
Yeah.
But it's a good suit. It's it's a very minimal change from the last season, I think.
Okay.
But it's still pretty good.
All right.
The trailer came out for it. I can't remember. Hold on. I can't remember who the villain was. He's somebody I haven't really heard of too much.
Who?
I can't remember. He's played by a guy from Heroes.
Okay. And
he's a scientist, and he seems to kind of be working with Team Flash. I think he's gonna be. I can't remember the guy's name. He's a
so
guy.
You're telling me another person who is a part of Team Flash betrays Team Flash?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I know, right?
never happened.
I know.
I've never seen that before.
Bloodwork. Yeah, Bloodwork is the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so have you heard of him?
No.
I'm a Flash fan. I've never heard of it. They really have to kind of dig at the bottom of the barrel now.
Yeah.
Once they get past Zoom, they're just kind of like fuck.
Who else is there?
We fucked up the Rogues. Oh fuck. We already did Grodd. We can't do Grodd for a season. That's expensive. All right, throw a dart. Okay, Savitar. Fuck. Okay.
Have they done Turtle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they made Turtle cool. They made him
Okay.
cool. Yeah. But yeah. So the new villain, I think what's realistically going to happen is first half is going to be him, and then he makes the Red Death.
Probably.
I think people always complain about how we had too many speedster villains. It's been enough time since we've had a speedster villain, and I think we need a good one again because they clearly don't know how to do a villain that's not a speedster.
Yeah.
They've shown they do not know how to do it. Because even Savitar is better than the Thinker, which is so disappointing to me.
That is sad.
I know. Oh, I mean early. So
yeah, I heard early
Thinker was amazing.
Good.
The first actor they got is incredible, and he carried the show. And then they changed actors because they swapped bodies and they fucked it up. But I don't know. This season could be really cool or it could be bad again. I don't know. It's the whole show's just kind of been just disappointing to me.
Yeah.
I watch it just because I need to watch it.
Right.
I don't have a reason to watch it. But and Arrow got a trailer. He got a new suit. Arrow's new suit is cool. I quite like it. It's very season 1-esque. Okay. It's just it's a jacket and pants. They're all jacket and
pants, hoodie, green.
Yeah. But it looks pretty good. It's got a good design. It's a thing that you could cosplay pretty easily. I still think his season 4 suit's the best because that's the one they based the fucking comics on.
Basically.
Yeah, the Rebirth suit. But new season looks interesting. I guess it's gonna be different. I guess there's not gonna be a villain because he's only got 8 episodes, and then he's gonna, presumably die in Crisis.
Right.
Yeah. But so it looks interesting. She looks cool. Did we get a Batwoman trailer? I don't think I saw that.
I heard good reception. Good reception about Batwoman. I heard that people really kind of took to it, which that's good.
Yeah,
that's
good.
That
first trailer was bad.
Yeah,
it was. I think we can. I think
rough.
we are past that point where we can just all say that it's a bad trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna really have any investment in the show. Yeah. Batwoman's never been a character who's really
me too.
done anything for me. I am excited to one day read the Greg Rucka stuff because I really like Greg Rucka. Yeah. He writes really powerful female protagonists and but aside from that, I really have no expectations.
Yeah, same.
For me, the CW shows don't scratch that itch.
Yeah, me neither anymore. The only thing that does is Legends now, but it scratches that kind of holy shit, this is so fun kind of itch,
Yeah.
It scratches that I don't know how to. It scratches that just kind of adventure itch, where other the other movies and shows they scratch the heroism itch for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kind of biggest problem, it comes with that first trailer, is CW likes to do this. A lot of black male tech characters like Mr. Miracle, or not Mr. Miracle, Mr. Terrific, and Luke Fox, they always turn into the bumbling, nerdy sidekick character.
Absolutely.
And it's so fucking frustrating. Because I think I am one of the 3 people on the face of the planet who like Luke Fox. I quite like Batwing. I think he's really cool. The stuff I have seen of him and read of him, he's a pretty entertaining character.
Yeah.
So fucking when you just turn him into a Mr. Terrific knockoff of just I'm such an awkward nerdy nerd, it's just it's insane with Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific is not in it. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, that's kind of frustrating me hearing that Mr. Terrific is portrayed like that because he's kind of DC's I don't want to. He's not Reed Richards.
No, he kind of is. He's the third smartest person in the world.
Right. Yeah. That's why I was saying I don't want to call him that because I know Reed Richards is the smartest person.
No, but Iron Man's the smartest person.
Oh,
Iron Man. He snapped his.
We'll see. Yeah, Mr. Terrific would be Iron Man.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
But yeah. So Batwoman could be either really really cool or really really bad. I don't know. I fell off on a lot of those shows, which kind of disappoints me. And
unfortunately for me personally, it just. Even if the show's really, really good, I don't know if I'm going to hop into it. You know?
I mean, it is a time investment, too. Like,
yeah. And I definitely want to watch the first season of Black Lightning.
Yeah. I haven't seen the second season yet. It's pretty good. It's very heavy-handed with its stuff, though. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're going, man, I really want to watch some subtle politics here.
Right.
You're in the wrong fucking place, buddy. Don't be on the CW if you want subtlety.
Subtlety is dead.
But it's well-performed. I think I might have when I hung around around Comic-Con outside. Mm-hmm. I hung around on Saturday. Yeah, I think I ran into him, like the guy who plays Black Lightning.
Oh, that's cool.
But I couldn't tell because I like walked past him really quickly and I heard him talking. I was like, that sounds a lot like Cress Williams, and I didn't want to check because I didn't want to be rude. But yeah,
that's how I felt when I thought I saw Tom King walk right by me. I was like, Tom?
Yeah. Hey, buddy, Tom.
Hey, your work is great. Don't listen to people, please. Okay, do you want to move on to the next column?
I believe so, yes.
And that is DC Universe. So the pictures we saw of Titans.
Yeah.
Surprised we didn't get a trailer.
I'm surprised too. Yeah, I think the way DC Universe does their stuff is they release their, because it's the next thing coming out. Yeah. So they're gonna release the trailer when Swamp Thing's over. Mm-hmm. Which should be like any day now. I think is Friday the last one.
Friday's usually when it comes out.
Yeah, Friday. Well, Friday's when it comes out. Is I don't know.
I think so. I haven't been watching it. Unfortunately,
I've been waiting until it's all done. I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it's good. I've heard very good things. Even though it got canceled the first day it came out.
Yeah, that's
such a shame.
Sad. Yeah.
But hope maybe with the HBO Max stuff, it might make a comeback in a miniseries form.
What do you think of those costumes we saw, though?
I liked them quite a bit. I couldn't see them very well.
Yeah.
Because they were bad pictures and Slade was in the dark. So he didn't look very orange.
Yeah, he didn't look very Sladey. He looked like...
He looked like the body was perfect.
He looked like a...
His body was a rocket.
He was a marbles.
Yeah. And I like the scale mail. That's cool. That's good that they're bringing that in. I just don't know if I like the helmet. It looks a little too like Joe Manganiello.
He looks like, when I first saw that, I was like, that's Deadshot.
It does look like Deadshot.
That looks like Deadshot from Injustice 2.
Yeah.
Well, just fully, one glowing eye and then all decked out with like big bulky armor. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get a better picture and, maybe it'll sell me first glance.
Yeah, the guy who looks amazing though, is motherfucking Aqualad. Holy shit, he looks great. I think that scene's a flashback. Mm-hmm. Because, spoilers for Titans, Dick Grayson's not Robin anymore. He gave up.
Yeah, that's what was kind of confusing me. I was like, this either has to take place very early.
Yeah, so and they've hinted that there has been an existence of the sidekick team before, but not called the Titans.
Okay.
So that's why you have Wonder Girl in there and Robin and Hawk and Dove, because I don't remember the events of Titans too well, but one of them should not be there. Mm-hmm. But and then Aqualad, he looks really great. I think he's gonna be Aqualad in that scene, and then we're gonna get Tempest in the present day.
That's cool.
And he might be the guy to be like, hey, you don't have to be Robin, you don't have to be Batman. Mm-hmm. Be your own fucking guy. You can still be a hero. You can still help people, and then that's where because we better get fucking Nightwing at this point. Yeah, I am so sick of it.
World of no Nightwing.
I want to see that motherfucking blue bird on that fine ass fucking sometime in the next couple months. Yeah. But I don't know. The first season of Titans, it was really, really enjoyable when I watched it. I binged it all. Mm-hmm. And I really like the ideas of it, and there's a lot of potential. It's not made very well. There's a lot of production errors. Yeah. Hopefully with season 2 it'll be fixed because there's less because there was a lot of drama with it when it was coming out because it was going to be a TNT show. It was going to be and there wasn't going to be Beast Boy in it initially, and they kind of threw him in at the last minute. So hopefully with season 2 it can kind of be, this is a story we want to tell. It's a clear story. We don't have it, because Doom Patrol has shown that they know what they're doing. Doom Patrol got fucking season confirmed, 2. Baby.
Yeah, that honestly, I cannot believe that show's getting a season 2. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I'm just so surprised that Doom Patrol is doing so well because just so you guys know, I've been a Doom Patrol fan for about I think 2 years now, and just raving like a lunatic to all my friends, like, "Oh, you got to read it, got to read it."
And we never do. I'm never gonna read it. I'm probably still not gonna read it.
No one ever has either heard of them or has any reason to read them. So to live in a world where I had gotten that show, and not only did I get this show that probably should never have happened,
but it's fucking fantastic.
It's considered one of the best shows that came out this year.
No, I don't even think it's the best. I think it's the best, one of the best superhero shows ever made.
Yeah,
I think it's better than season 1 of Daredevil.
Right, it's being compared to, but like with Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and that is just such a huge honor.
Yeah.
You know, take that to people who think DC's characters suck.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so thank God we got a season 2. I guess they just found out about it like 10 minutes before the panel too.
That's funny.
So that's why they didn't announce it or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was kind of weird how Diane Guerrero was the only person there.
Yeah.
For Comic-Con.
Well, I mean, like
not even April for the girl who plays Rita, and not even, you know, I guess I kind of understand Brendan.
Yeah, I would understand Brennan and the Chief and maybe Larry.
Maybe Matt Bomer, although he's kind of a TV actor, so he's not huge.
Matt Bomer even, I read this article where he said that he really loved the script of Doom Patrol. Like, he absolutely loves his character.
Yeah, because his character's I think he's the best character on the show. He's my favorite character.
He's Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a close race. Mm-hmm. Like, on any other, it's like with My Hero.
Yeah.
In My Hero Academia, any character from that show, if you put them in another show, they would be the best. Mm-hmm. But because they're in My Hero Academia, it's such a difficult person to pick. You know, it's kind of the same thing with Doom Patrol. Yeah,
my two favorite are just the most generic ones. But well, I don't know. I really like Crazy Jane.
Jane is great. I love.
Jane.
I
really love Crazy Jane. Yeah. It's a constant battle between like Robot Man, Larry, and Crazy Jane for me. Like, if you have those three on a team, then perfect. Anyone else, you can kind of.
Yeah, Rita's also been. I've been rewatching it, and
Rita's that character who, in the comics, they didn't know what to do with her, and a lot of times they threw her away because it was just like, well, how is she deformed? How is she whatever? Yeah. But the show literally has they have the best impact, because it's just like, she could easily just be a Reed Richards clone, but instead, you know, she's you know, it's great. Like, her anxiety is what turns her into a blob.
Yeah,
like,
I love it.
That's so great.
Yeah, I love it. That show's so fucking good.
Yeah, if you guys hadn't checked it out, you should go watch it.
Yeah, I believe it's on Netflix now. If you're not in America,
right? Yeah. And if you wait till the HBO Max or whatever,
it'll be out there.
It'll be season 2 will debut on that.
However much that'll cost a month.
And then season 1 will be on there as well.
It will be okay. That's good.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see both, which I'm happy about and I'm not happy about, because it's like, number one, I'm happy that like more people are going to be able to watch this show and be able to actually talk about it.
Because it's not exclusive anymore?
Well, I don't care about it being exclusive, but it's more just like, if it doesn't debut on DC Universe in any capacity, even if it's like side by side, you know, HBO and DC Universe. Yeah. If HBO is the only place that gets it, I kind of feel like I'm being slapped for.
HBO won't be the only place that gets it.
They're treating it like it's two separate things. No,
I think the plan is, I think DC Universe will still be your place for all the DC stuff. If you only want DC stuff, go there. Okay. But if you're like, you know what, I also like Harry Potter, fuck it. And you know, I also like HBO, then go HBO Max. You know, and if you don't want to read the comics, then go to HBO Max. Yeah. I think there's still all the funds from HBO Max will still go to the DC Universe stuff. Like, it's still gonna exist. I think just gonna kind of coexist, which is good. Yeah. Because people always talk. I'm gonna rant for a second. People talk about competition in marketplace, and I don't know shit about economics, so I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot. But competition breeds good products. You know, Coke makes their products cheaper, so Pepsi makes their products cheaper. You know, just to match it, and so it's good for the consumer. Except when there's exclusives with IPs. So take Netflix and Hulu. Netflix has exclusives. Hulu has exclusives. Hulu does not serve as an alternative to Netflix. Hulu serves as a supplement, as an extra. You have to get them both to get the things that you want. If you want to watch The Office, okay, I know The Office is leaving Netflix, but let me just run with me here. So, say that The Office is on Netflix and Friends is on Hulu. You like them both. They're your favorite shows ever. You're going to get them both because you have to. You don't have a choice. Yeah. If they're both on each, you pick the one that is the better service. You pick the one with the better player or the better features, like... Right. You know, so that's where the competition comes in. Yeah. But instead, because the exclusives have become the new competition, you know, price change, you know, then there's not really improvement. It's just getting more things, and it's just creating more splitting. Yeah.
That's why I like the HBO Max, is because in a way, I mean, it's really just going back to being Comcast TV, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's literally just like being a huge umbrella and absorbing like a bunch of different like corners of television and just being like, okay, well, you get all this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get your HBO stuff. Yeah. You get your.
And I think it's going to be the only thing that's going to actually be able to rival the Disney one.
Absolutely, because they have to. They band together to fight that giant.
Yep. Speaking of Disney Plus, are we going to segue?
Let's do the segue.
Haha, I segued. Yeah, so they've Marvel announced all their bullshit.
So
Phase 4. I'm going to try and not be upset because I am a little disappointed, honestly.
Just a quick disclaimer. I am deaf. There's things about Phase 4 that have me really excited.
Me too.
But yeah, if I had to really just be upfront with anybody, this phase doesn't feel like it's gonna be my phase.
Yeah, well, because we were talking about before all the news came out, we were like, what's the one thing we want to hear? We want Fantastic Four to be full on confirmed, and it was half confirmed.
Yeah,
Kevin Feige was
phase
just like,
5.
Yeah, and it's like, you're in Phase 4, motherfucker. Have it be the end of Phase 4. Fuck you. Why the fuck not? This is the Phase 4. Phase Fantastic Four. Go fuck yourself. Why the fuck? Like, fuck off. You can have the phase be as long as you fucking want. Like Phase 3, I didn't even know we were still in Phase 3. Because Phase 3 was what? Avengers Age of Ultron to...
It was, it was Ant-Man.
That's so fucking long.
No, actually, I'm sorry. I think Ant-Man was the end of 2. Yeah, it was Civil War.
That's like 4 years.
That
was absurd.
Yeah.
Make the phases as long as you want, but give me a logo for Fantastic Four and a full, like, maybe a date or a year, and then I'll be like, fuck yeah. Yeah. But because it was just this kind of offhand, like, yeah, Fantastic Four's happening. Clearly, you don't care that much, you know. And like, I'm okay with them doing that with like the mutant stuff because they announced Mutants is coming out.
Right. I mean, I think it's fair, especially to wait a little bit for the mutants, just because you know
we just had X-Men
we just had a movie.
Although they didn't care about Spider-Man,
right?
They went straight into Spider-Man, 2 years.
No,
ago.
And that's fine. It's fine, absolutely. Yeah. But I think you definitely with the Fantastic Four, you really can just jump into it. You know?
Exactly.
Especially maybe they're just waiting for the right talent and the right writing, and the right
John
script.
Krasinski's busy doing Jack Ryan or something. So
yeah.
Because he seems to really want to be Mr. Fantastic.
I hope so.
If he's not going to be Green Arrow, that's my second choice for him. Yeah. Because I've always wanted him to be Green Arrow and Emily Blunt be Black Canary and them already be married. Because just get them fucking married. Keep them they're not even married in the comics yet. Because we don't have a Green Arrow book anymore. But yeah. So I could, if they're waiting, that's fine. But just give me like a logo. Yeah. And the logo can change. They've done that before. They changed the logo for Spider-Man.
I mean, what's it called? Civil War had a different name at one point.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that was a different name at the beginning of the show, and then it changed names at the end of the show.
Oh, did it really?
I think it was in the same show, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because, it was to lie to you. They're like, we're going to trick you into thinking of something else, and boom, surprise!
Yeah.
But, do we want to go move thing by thing for the phase?
Yeah.
Here, I'll pull up the list.
Okay. Let's do it.
So, first up, we have Marvel. I'm going to say Marvel Studios for each one, because it's in every fucking logo.
Oh, okay.
We have Marvel Studios' Black Widow. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited for Taskmaster.
Yeah, same.
And I do not want them to kill him. If they kill him, I will scream in the theater.
Fucking too, man.
Because honestly, I want to see Dark Avengers. I want to see some bad guys teaming up to take on the Avengers. Yeah. And who better to put in that team than Taskmaster?
Yep.
A guy who has mastered...
Who's basically just evil Captain America. Really, yeah.
He's evil Captain America. Shield. He's got a shield and a sword, and he has mastered like every single superhero's like fighting style.
Yeah, I love.
He is the Deathstroke of the Marvel universe. Yep. He is terrifying. He has a presence.
That's Deadpool.
He has a presence on screen, unmatched to a lot of other villains. Yep. And if they kill him, I will be extremely angry.
Yep, same. Although it is kind of a shame. Marvel, we're finally getting a Black Widow movie. The only thing that interests me about it is the villain. I do not care about the character. Yeah, if they had put Taskmaster in any other movie, I'd be as excited for this as
Yeah.
And so it's just like if this movie had come out after Civil War, when it takes place, apparently it takes place after Civil War. I thought it'd be like an early pre Iron Man 2, but whatever. So it's just like I don't know. It's just kind of like. It feels like a little bit too little too late, in terms of the character, because she's already dead. She's already had her story done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It could be great. The director hasn't really done anything that impresses me.
Yeah.
I mean, they made that. Have you seen the Slap on YouTube?
No.
It's a very funny video. I'll show you.
Okay.
But that's all. That's kind of they did like some TV stuff, and that's kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of concerns me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. It could be good. Could be bad. But so the next thing is fall 2020, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's a bad title.
I am not keen.
Wasn't it? Didn't it used to be called Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I'm not sure.
I don't fucking remember. There were this. I don't remember this many does, but yeah.
I am not keen to either one of those characters
On Disney Plus, by the way. FYI, it's not a movie.
Yeah, I
yeah.
To get into it lightly, I didn't like Bucky in Civil War.
No,
because I hated the fact that like the story of Civil War was just turned into
Frat
Captain
boys,
America. Yeah, Captain America destroying the Avengers because of his buddy Bucky.
Yeah,
I get it that it fits the structure of this 3-arc thing
but it didn't
they were
fit
doing.
the character of him. You know?
Yeah, it just came off as just whatever and just kind of selfish.
Yeah, MCU Captain America has always kind of felt like there are two of them. Like in the first half, there's first Avengers Captain America. He feels so very Captain America.
Yeah, and then
same with Winter
Soldier
Soldier, same. Yeah. And then from Civil War on, he feels like a different person.
Yeah,
he feels just like
Nomad.
Like the fact that he I mean, because I guess he is. But because the fact that he just ditches at the end of that game, he's like, "I'm done. See you guys. Peace out. I'm gonna go fucking dance in the past." That's so out of character for that version that we've known from the start.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not even like development or anything. It's just like him. You know, he gave up and he's just like, yeah, it's done. Nothing bad's ever gonna happen ever again.
Right.
So that frustrated me, and like Captain America in the MCU is kind of But I don't know. This could be cool. Falcon has been a character who has been neglected, I think. And I think that might be why you don't like.
That's my other problem.
He hasn't had a ton of time to become his own character. And so in this TV show, which isn't going to even count for the fucking movies, realistically, because none of the TV shows have counted for the movies. If the show could make him a bit more interesting, because we'll have more time.
Yeah.
And I like Anthony Mackie.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. It's just Falcon has never been a character who I've just been like, oh hell yeah,
I'm watching this for Falcon. I'm not watching this for Bucky.
Yeah,
I kind of like Bucky. He's a fun person. I don't like the stuff they did with him, but I like his.
Honestly, I'm watching this because I want to see two characters who I mediocrely kind of don't care about.
Yeah, and I want to like them.
I want to see them act like a character or try to be a character that I do kind of like in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I don't want them to be sidelined anymore. I want them to be their own.
Yeah, show me what you got. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So anything else on that, or really good?
No, that's about it.
Okay. Me. So the next thing is November 6th, 2020. We have Eternals.
We'll see.
That's not going to get made. I do not believe that'll get made. I'm on record.
Made?
It'll get made. I think it'll be like Inhumans. It
feels because it got casted.
Inhumans was casted?
Yeah. No. Well, no, it wasn't. Was it? Inhumans? No. It was on the slate. It was on the slate. Inhumans was on the slate.
All right.
If any of those movies were to quote unquote not happen, it would be Blade.
Yeah.
Blade is in the same situation as Inhumans. Yeah. Not to say that it's not going to happen. I think it is going to happen. Well, no, Blade is in a better situation than Inhumans because it actually does have its main protagonist.
Yeah. I don't know. I just not just because I just don't know it. I've never heard of the Eternals. It's such a
me too.
But it seems like Marvel because it's got Angelina Jolie.
Yeah,
that's expensive.
That is.
She's expensive. I can imagine
why they would want to bunker down on this one because this one would be the hardest one to pitch. Yeah, I think.
And that might be why they have the bigger cast.
Yeah, just because it's just like you need big names to sell this movie because this is going to be the movie that is either gonna this movie's either gonna do pretty well or it's gonna flop. Yeah, and I have a feeling if this movie flops, the MCU is gonna be very careful from this point. Yeah, about what they can do then.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. It's just like I heard that news. I was like, I don't believe it.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
it does feel surreal.
Yeah, and then kind of the same thing with the Shang-Chi movie in the Legend of the Ten Rings. I heard this and I was like, who the fuck is Shang-Chi? And then I remembered he was in the Domino series, the newer one. Like, yeah, and I like him. He's cool. Yeah. And I like the guy they got, and I think it'd be really cool to finally have some good martial arts in the MCU and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's just more world building. I like it when
they have the Mandarin for real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I've been pitching him as basically like Marvel's Bruce Lee.
Yeah, he's well, not even Bruce Lee. I think he's gonna be kind of more like Liu Kang from MK from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
very like I think he's a little bit more mystical, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I'm interested in that.
Cool. Do it.
It does kind of frustrate me again how they have another movie which this one's more Asian American led, also being put in February. Put in the dead month where they don't, it's clearly they don't think these are gonna work. And that's just kind of a shame because Black Panther clearly worked super well. Yeah, but it's just like twice in a row they're two more diverse casts. Good on them for doing an Asian American lead. It's awesome. I'm really impressed with that. Because DC hasn't done that.
Right.
Good job. That's a pretty new thing. I do think, being realistic, I think they saw how much money Crazy Rich Asians made. And they're like, "Fuck, we want some of that.
We can do
that." It's the same with the Coco stuff. With
yeah.
I don't know. I'm being very cynical with Disney because I just don't trust them anymore. And I'm going to Disneyland, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
I can't trust them.
But I don't know. That could be really. I'm excited for that. I think they really are gonna have to nail the martial arts though. Yeah. I think they should get the guys from the Raid. They should get like some of the. Or they have the money.
Some of the people from Ip Man.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Has Donnie Yen been in the MCU?
I bet he would be in.
He would be in this if he's going to be.
If he's going to be in any movie, that's the one to put him in. And he does have a rapport with Disney because he was in Rogue One.
Yeah, he was great. He's the best part of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Donnie Yen. I fucking love him.
Yeah, he was great.
But that could be cool. I think they're really going to have to really put the money in for the choreography. Yeah. And they cannot CG it.
No.
If they CGI over the shit, I will be furious. Yeah.
They need this needs to be like a grindhouse film, but obviously not.
It needs to be like Jackie Chan goes for the humor, but it needs to be like that. Jackie Chan's style of filmmaking is like everything is real, every single thing, and it must suck to work with him on a movie because directing he's like do it again, and get it perfect. Yeah, but like that is kind of a big thing with that those kind of martial arts movies. It needs to be like that. It needs to feel super real. Because if it's done on a computer again, it's just going to be just.
It needs to have the same quality as like watching John Wick. Exactly. You know what I mean? The reason why you go to John Wick is to watch these crazy fight scenes. Get the fucking John Wick guys. You need to see that kind of stuff actually be performed because that's what's selling it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not the character. It's not the brand. Yeah. Unfortunately, this character doesn't. He's not necessarily as well known as some of the others. The brand gets you in the seats, but it's the quality that keeps you in the seats. Exactly, and it's what's going to keep you invested. It's what's going to keep this character going. It's going to, eventually he could eventually be in more Marvel movies. Whatever.
Do we have a director for it yet?
Nothing. No.
Yeah. So that I think that's going to make or break it for me.
Yeah.
But in the next,
I am excited for it. I am too. It does have my ticket.
Yeah. When I first this is a counter to people saying that I don't care about Eternals because I don't like it because I don't know it. Yeah, I don't really know Shang-Chi, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. It seems
cool. Yeah,
me too.
But so the next thing that we have is WandaVision coming out in spring 2020.
Care.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. I don't care in the.
It does not help that the title is the worst title I've ever fucking seen.
WandaVision.
For Hey, what are the two characters' names? Wanda. What's the other one? Vision. Let's put them together.
They're just two characters I just don't really care anything about. Yeah.
And it sucks that Scarlet Witch is a character that I like in the comics actually, and she's a very big Jewish representation character. Yeah. And they made her a Nazi sympathizer in these movies. In Age of Ultron, she worked with Hydra. Right. No. So it's it's kind of tough to work past that, and just I don't know, these are characters that Vision I thought was done with. I thought we were done with him. Yeah. And we're not. And so it's just
the only way I could see we're not done with him is if they go straight on Tom King.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what they're going to do, except instead of him being a family, it'll be him with Wanda, which less interesting.
If they tap into that stuff, cool, awesome, cool. I really don't know if I'm going to watch it.
I don't trust it because every time they try to adapt something, they don't do it. Yeah, no. Marvel's never fucking adapted a single thing.
Whoa, we'll get to that point in a bit. Yeah. But yeah, no interest. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, even if it is. Yeah, good. I hate to say that. I hate to sound like
I like Elizabeth Olsen too. I really like her.
Yeah, she's great.
She's a really good actress. It's just the character has been broken to me to the point where I just can't get behind it. Yeah. But
next one.
Yeah, next one is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I am stoked,
except I am a little I don't know. They say it's gonna be a horror movie.
Cool. Give it to me.
Cool. I don't trust them doing horror though.
No, I don't trust them doing horror either. It's going to be a comedy, But
no, they're gonna have a scary cut and then a funny cut and then a middle cut, and that's what it's gonna be. Just like they always fucking do. Yeah, that's what drove Edgar Wright
I'm
away.
excited though, because I apparently am the only person who liked Doctor Strange.
I think you are, yeah. I mean, it was fine.
Right, it was fine.
Yeah.
I just I don't know.
Okay, so the way we said fine determines exactly what it is.
Right.
You think fine is fine. I think it was fine.
But it's just it's just I don't know. For some reason, to me, in some ways, it just reminded me of some like good old fashioned superhero movies that I used to like.
Yeah, it definitely felt like the stuff about him not wanting to kill was certainly my favorite part of that movie.
Yeah,
it just didn't feel earned, you know.
Right.
Especially because
I mean, I see the point of like he wasn't necessarily a magician because he kept on like, leaning on like different items to be a magician. But I don't know, the way he defeated the bad guy was really clever to me. I love the visuals of what they were doing, and like the fighting was just very cerebral and really cool.
Just like I think the script itself was just pretty lacking.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely think there was like a few moments where the script could use a little bit of a...
Yeah, and so this could be great. It's nice to actually get the multiverse.
Yeah.
Instead of
this is the movie to do it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the character, you know?
And then maybe this could be how they introduced Fantastic Four. That could be their little, little hint
there.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a family stuck in someplace.
Yeah. That'd be cool. But, I don't know. It could be interesting. We'll see.
What do you think about, Wanda's gonna be in that movie too, apparently. Scarlet Witch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently she's also going to be in that film.
Is she gonna be like, hey, watch WandaVision on Disney Plus?
I really
I remember when I did this thing.
This person, I really do, because some people might get really mad at me, but I really just don't care about that character.
Yeah. No.
I just don't. When I see her, I think of all the I don't know. There's just something for her about that character that just doesn't work for me. Yeah. Sorry, any of you guys who are really big fans of her. I think she's a great actress and everything, and the character is cool. But, when I did hear that, I was just like, oh no.
I'm also just kind of sick of like, can we fucking get a movie where the character is the only character? Like, can we have a character where a movie where the lead character is the title character and it's just them? Like, I know we are in this universe, I know, but can we just have a solo movie? Just be solo for once, Like Iron Man shows up in Spider-Man. Nick Fury shows up in Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Wanda shows up in Doctor Strange. Hulk shows up in Thor. Like, can I just get a fucking movie where the main character is the only,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to see Civil War to see Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. I just want to watch Doctor Strange 1, then Doctor Strange 2, in that order.
Yeah.
And that's so it just, I understand we have this universe. It'd be nice if they took a break from the connectedness for a little bit and told solid solo stories for a little bit.
I think that's where movies like Shang-Chi are going to kind of like,
No, watch fucking Spider-Man's going to be in Shang-Chi or something, that's the way to get me in the seats. I was already going to see it, but if Spider-Man's in Eternals, then I would,
Then great, no problem.
Yeah, but I don't know, it sounds cool. I'm a little bit concerned because like I was fine with the first Doctor Strange. Yeah. But it just wasn't really my cup of tea, I guess.
I just like the character a lot. The character
I think now that we don't have the Ancient One, I hated the Ancient One in Doctor Strange.
Okay.
That was so fucking dumb to me. Mm-hmm. How they cast, a character who's normally an Asian person, and I don't know what ethnicity one of the comics is, but like, and then they cast Tilda Swinton, was just like, are you fucking serious? It was weird, but I don't know. It could be cool. I just hope they don't go too jokey with it. That was really my problem with Doctor Strange. It was so like, oh, Beyonce, the Wi-Fi, like I would like to just go, give me a magician movie, give me something scary, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it could be cool or it could be, we'll see. The thing that's kind of weird though is Doctor Strange only been Doctor Strange for like a year.
Yeah.
I always thought, because I remember when the movie came out, they said it all took place leading up to the first Avengers, and then it ended before the first Avengers. Endgame comes along, and Doctor Strange doesn't show up till 2017, I guess. So he's only been,
I mean, maybe...
So it's like you lose a lot of this experience.
Maybe he's doing his pilgrimage during Avengers. Or maybe he's already there at the school, because the school's not in New York. He eventually comes back to New York.
So maybe it ends, but 5 years it wouldn't.
But wait, but she doesn't even know who Doctor Strange is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the thing that I liked about the first Doctor Strange was like, we see his origin and then we skip to his experience now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's super super cool to me. I like having unseen history.
Yeah.
It feels very real that way because you don't know everything about every single person you ever meet.
Oh, so how'd you like the imagination of that conversation between Peter and Aunt May about being Spider-Man?
Fuck off, Jesus fucking Christ! Don't get me fucking started on that movie. I've been sitting in front of this fucking computer listening to myself bitch about it for the past like week straight. I was gonna have the video done by Friday. Sorry everybody, it's not gonna be done by Friday. It's too fucking much for me. It's gonna be next Friday probably. But yeah, fucking I don't know. It could be the Doctor Strange could be cool, but moving on to got Loki and the hideous logo. That is the ugliest fucking logo I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
If Scarlet Witch is kind of at the bottom of the list, for
I thought you were gonna say if Scarlet Witch is in it.
if Scarlet Witch is at the bottom of the list for me of MCU characters,
Loki's like, oh yeah.
I think Loki is just a little bit above.
It's just like Loki. We're done. It's like
he was
like
cool.
Solo.
He was cool in the first Thor movie, and then he was really cool in Avengers.
And then they retconned him.
And then he just keeps coming back.
And I liked him in Ragnarok. I really liked him in Ragnarok. And when he died in Infinity War, I was like, fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And then Loki, they announced the Loki show, and I'm like, fuck.
How's he back?
And he's probably gonna be the past version of Loki, so he's gonna be bad again. But it's like, we lose this development. He's gonna be doing stuff that really won't matter in the end. The logo's fucking hideous. I get it, everybody. Before you fucking go typing in your fucking comments and try and tweet at me and shit, I know that he stole the letters from other logos in the MCU. That doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it good.
I didn't even realize
I can have a good idea, but if I make it look like shit, it looks like shit. Logos are supposed to look like something first. I fucking hate that logo. I saw a tweet and they took like logos from other things like the Kellogg's logo and stuff, and they made it look the exact same fucking same.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Just that Loki show. I just
yeah, it's gotta be
honestly all those Disney Plus shows. I'm just kind of like
right. Yeah, like I said, the closest thing that interests me is definitely the Winter Soldier one. Yeah. Just because.
Oh, just kidding. I lied. Sorry. Because the next one on the list is
I was gonna say that one too.
Yep. The next one on the list is What If.
What If?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Down.
I'm down. I didn't know it was animated. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give me What If Tony Stark survived?
Yeah. Or what if Captain America went to Spider-Man instead of
What if? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. What if Spider-Man or what if Captain America showed up in Homecoming? Yeah. Give me that stuff.
Or for Civil War.
Or Peggy Carter was Captain America.
Yeah. The only thing that concerns me is it's animated. Mm-hmm. I love animation. Mm-hmm. I do not love Disney animation.
Oh,
if
right.
it's animated like the
Marvel Spider-Man,
I will throw up.
Yeah, I will vomit.
I will not watch the show. If it's animated like a good thing, cool.
I think they need to step. I think they know they need to step up the animation.
I don't think they know that. I think they're gonna be like, it's got Marvel on it. People will watch it. Because it's true. It's got the Marvel name. People will watch it. That's kind of how it's become. Any sort of room for improvement they don't see because there's just a ton of praise for it and they make money from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they get the 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for getting us,
for making a competent film.
Yeah, exactly. For making a movie that everybody thinks is decent.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That could really interest me if they could really explore some stuff. I don't know if they will.
Right.
Well, yeah. That's a big wait and see for me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So.
We'll see. It does look cool.
Yeah, especially if it's gonna be a big, encapsulate the entire MCU. That's cool with me.
Yeah.
And the next thing is Hawkeye.
That's the other one I kind of do.
Yeah, because Hawkeye is kind of the only I like Hawkeye more than I like Black Widow. Mm-hmm. I don't really like Black Widow. I like him. He's a cool character. Ronan was my favorite part of Endgame, by far. Yeah, he was the second he showed up, I was like, "Fuck, this is cool." Yeah, and then he kind of doesn't really be a character for the rest of the movie. But so that could be really interesting.
I'm excited. I'm excited at the idea of a post post Ronan guy taking on this young, youthful.
Watch what you say here. Watch your word in there, but that could be cool. Yeah, I'm interested in that. And then the big one. Sorry, not the big one. The bigger one.
The second biggest one.
The second is Thor: Love and Thunder. I just want to get it out there. The title should have been Thor: Ragnarok 2. Fuck off. Okay, I love this title. I think it's a really good title, and I love the logo. The logo is fucking gorgeous. It's
beautiful.
They put all their money in that one, and they took it from the Loki one.
They took it from the Loki. Because the Loki Thor.
Yeah. That's a gorgeous logo, and the big news is that Natalie Portman is, for some reason, coming back to the movies that she has been on record for saying she hates, and she's going to be playing the Mighty Thor.
I'd love to see...
Which is the woman Thor, for those who don't know.
I'd love to see all of those meetings where Kevin Feige,
please come back, please
come
back, please.
How can we get you to come back? Well,
here's $2 million, here's $3 million.
I'm sure she was just like, I'm sick and tired of playing damsel in distress. Yeah. I was in that in Star Wars, and I'm not going to be this crap in the MCU. No.
And it does not help that Jane Foster is horrible, and even in the first Thor, which I like, it's pretty good. She's awful.
She's very bland.
She's awful, and that's part of why I'm not really, I don't know, I'm not the most excited for that. I when I heard that news, it wasn't just like fuck yeah, which it should have been for me realistically. It was just kind of like, oh, okay.
To be honest,
I expected Valkyrie to be that.
I was more hyped because just because I have recently kind of learned to appreciate her. Yeah. And Jason Aaron's entire run. Oh no,
Thor. I know, me too.
And
that's not. It's more just the fact that it's Natalie Portman. Right. Foster.
So when I saw that, I was just like, wow, you guys really like. Let's just take a moment here.
Also, it's Taika. Taika's back.
Yeah.
Oh, Taika's back, baby. Taika's back, baby. Thank fucking God. Woo! Thank fucking God, baby. Woohoo! I fucking love Taika Waititi so much. Anyway, yeah.
What's it called? They really are doubling down on the Young Avengers thing. Yeah. Because we're getting Kate Bishop. Let's be real here. Eventually, we're gonna see a Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Yeah, I think that's and it's gonna be a show, and we're gonna see Brie Larson show up in it once or twice or whatever.
If it's a show, I'd be kind of upset.
Then
she deserves a movie.
Then
she deserves Spider-Man: Homecoming. Spider-Man: Homecoming was because that's
a perfect movie.
That's perfect movie for her. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? Scott Lang's daughter is gonna be the new Aunt something or whatever. Yeah, there's because that's why she's a teenager now.
Oh, I thought they just did it because they didn't want to have a child actress anymore.
And then Sam Wilson is gonna be the new Captain America. Yeah. And I mean, eventually we'll get a new Iron Lad or Iron Woman or Iron Heart.
Spider-Man.
And then now we have Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah.
So
they're definitely going. The
only two characters that we're kind of missing to be replaced is exactly.
But he's a totally different person now.
Right. Yeah.
Because we skipped all that development.
Yeah. And then Iron Man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like those are the only two characters that haven't really.
Spider-Man will take that role.
Right. Yeah.
Assuming we get Spider-Man movies anymore, because we didn't get anything about them.
Did it pass $1 billion?
It did. It just did.
It did? Okay.
Oh, cool. Wait. No. It's almost there.
Okay.
It will.
Yeah.
It's like $20 million off. When the Blu-rays come out.
Cool.
It's now it has made the most money out of any Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's a little saddening to me that because it's made the least amount of money. Spider-Verse has made
because it's a animated.
Yeah, exactly. Because nobody wants to see cartoons because cartoons are for fucking babies, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So yeah, I think if you adjust for inflation though, I think Spider-Man 1's still better. Mm-hmm. Like in terms of because that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're totally going for new Avengers and stuff. That's cool. I'm interested in that. I'm
down with it.
Board. Yeah, because
well.
every character that I liked, there was only one character. The two characters that I liked in the first, that I consistently liked have been Thor and Captain America.
Yeah.
One of them's gone. I don't know. What do you think they're going to do with Chris Hemsworth? Do you think he's gone?
You know what they're going to do? They're going to do if they're doing Mighty Thor. He is going to be
Unworthy Thor.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what he's going to be. He's going to probably get a little bit more fit. Hopefully. He's probably just not going to wear a shirt and just look like Conan the Barbarian and just wear out his long golden locks and just go and fight beasts and just be a barbaric Thor, you know? And he's going to do that until somehow
Natalie Portman gets bored. She's like, I want to be in Star Wars.
She's like, 12. I'm done. Yeah.
I'm coming back.
I'm coming back.
The clone.
Big epic way.
Time travel. It's
gonna be great. I'm gonna be with Sidious.
I did. I'll tell you later. I heard a theory about Star Wars that they might bring in time travel.
Oh no.
Yeah. that would be great.
That'd be great. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, that's just what it's probably gonna be. It's just Unworthy Thor. Yeah. What I would like is Jane Foster to just be the title of Thor and just be a part of the Avengers and all that good stuff. and then you take
you got your solo Taika Waititi.
Yeah, you take
stuff.
your Chris Hemsworth
Assuming
Thor.
he's still doing it, which he should move to Spider-Man.
You take your Chris Hemsworth Thor, and I think he should regain the responsibility of building Asgard.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the place for, you know, that character to go is to eventually become the king of Asgard and rule it better than his father.
Yeah.
I think that's the story that needs to be concluded with our Thor right now.
Yeah.
I think Mighty Thor, you can have her just, you know, hold the spot of like, I'm a member of the Avengers and yada 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 and all that entails. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to go about it. I'm just a little because it's like maybe I just don't really know if I like Natalie Portman. Really, I think she's fine to me.
Yeah.
But just like I don't know, she's gonna have to kind of prove a lot because like even in the
we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I hope she's not as bland as Brie Larson. In the Captain Marvel films.
But I mean, I do have faith in Taika. At the end of the day, I know you don't love Thor Ragnarok. I do. It's probably one of my favorite MCU movies. Yeah. Because every time I revisit it, I like it more. Mm-hmm. And big part of that is the only part of that is Taika Waititi. Really, is it like Taika Waititi is. I am amazed how they got him. Mm-hmm. Because like Marvel has consistently gotten pretty nobody directors. Yeah, Taika Waititi, you may not have heard of him before, but like he's done a lot of really big things. Yeah, and especially in like the film community and stuff, he's like an icon. He's great, and so like I'm glad he's still there. I want him to move to Spider-Man because he'd do a perfect fucking Spider-Man movie. He would do it so well, but yeah, I'm excited for that for sure. Yeah, yeah, and then the big boy one is Blade. Yep. I don't even need to look at it because it also wasn't in that picture. Yeah, yeah.
But still, though, I genuinely, I mean, okay, like I probably should have said this before we even like started tackling this huge slate of films that came out, but we all kind of heard whispers about this film.
I thought
we heard whispers about all these films.
I heard whispers that Wesley Snipes was going to come back.
Yeah, that's what I.
I guess they don't want to cast a what did he do? Tax fraud or something like that. Probably. He got arrested by the IRS pretty bad.
Instead they got Cottonmouth.
Yeah, so that just proves that those Netflix shows do not fucking matter.
You know, I was kind of. I heard it. I watched a video and they were talking about how they could like kind of sidestep those movies or those shows. Yeah. Because obviously those shows are connected to the universe, but the universe is not connected to the show. So what they could do is just be like alternate universe. It's exactly the same. Yeah. Like the films are exactly the same, to which led to the events of all these shows. Yeah. It's just they're off over there.
This in addition to the actress who plays Mariah from Luke Cage being in Civil War. Yeah, she was the woman that was like mad at Tony for getting her kid killed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're two big people they're not, and I guess she was a smaller role in Civil War, so you could kind of. You know, you can kind of brush that aside. Yeah. Big, but Cottonmouth, big, Mahershala Ali, big role, Blade, big role, Cottonmouth. Yeah. So it's just like, you can't really sidestep that. So I think they just need to come out and say, sorry, they don't matter. Yeah. Sorry, Daredevil fans, this does not count, which will make me kind of feel a little bit better. Because then I can just kind of, I can lay it to rest. You know,
cry.
I know, me too.
Because it's just the perfect. It has been the perfect Daredevil.
It has been the perfect Daredevil. It is the best thing about the MCU, by far.
It was for a while. It was my favorite thing about the MCU. Yeah, just Daredevil. I like the street level stuff. Yeah. That's always been my favorite stuff.
He's the only character with a secret identity.
Right. Really.
Even with Spider-Man.
That really matters. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we'll see. A perfect situation for me is if they were able to grab some of the actors from the Netflix shows, make new shows with them.
With Disney Plus stuff. And just I don't see that happening realistically.
Yeah, and playing it off like a soft reboot. You know how Marvel like will do like, here's Marvel now, and then like 6 months later, here's Marvel now. Yeah. You know? Do something like that where it's just like the 3 seasons of past Daredevil has happened in a way, but this is still a new beginning. Yeah. In a sense, you know, like these are new stories they're gonna tell.
Yeah, you don't need the past 3 seasons.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
The past 2 seasons happened, but they didn't happen. You know?
You don't need them.
Just play it like that. Yeah. You know, that would be my best case scenario.
Yeah, but back to Blade. The only thing that does kind of concern me a little bit is we are Disney. We are MCU.
Yeah, it's not going to be very...
It's not going to be rated R.
Yeah, no.
It is not. There's no fucking...
There's not going to be any blood raining from the ceiling.
It's going to be all CGI vampires. There's not going to be, Mm-hmm. And, like, I'm fine with that with Blade. I don't need Blade to be super practical all the time. Obviously, I like practical, but,
Yeah.
But, like, Blade is always... I haven't even seen the original Blade movies. I want to. I think I would really, really like them because I fucking love vampires.
Yeah.
But just if this is another PG-13 sort of scary kind of thing, it's just gonna be kind of for me. Unless did you see Alita?
No.
That was a very, very hard PG-13.
Yeah.
That was a super hard PG-13. I think they got away with it because they were robots.
Yeah.
But oh my fucking god, it is violent. It's like people get their heads chopped off and like they're rolling around. It's it's bad. So if they could push it like that, that would be great. I don't see that happening though. Yeah. Because I don't see the MCU brand wanting to that because at the end of the day, these are movies for kids. Yeah. Kids do love these movies. They're superhero stuff. Yeah. So I don't see them making it a big violent horror movie. I don't think it's gonna do well because of that. Yeah. I think it's gonna kind of end up being like Hellboy, where is it? No, the new Hellboy was R. It's gonna be like Venom. Venom should have been R, but they wanted to make it PG-13 for more audiences, and then the next one's gonna be R. So maybe Blade 2 will be rated R. I don't see that happening. But
I don't think so. Realistically, best case scenario with this movie being like hard PG-13. Yeah. Is that the main actor sells his presence as Blade so well. Yeah. That it just doesn't bother me that much. You know what I mean? And the violence could just be... I mean, when you're using a sword, you do definitely expect some kind of blood in some capacity.
Yeah, but the MCU...
Not looking...
You remember in Black Panther, somebody got their throat slit and there wasn't any blood whatsoever?
No, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's what's going to happen. That's what it'll be like.
Yeah, there's no blood.
It'll be like when Killmonger slit that girl's throat.
Yeah. So, I don't know. If they get a good director... They're going to have to really find somebody to do it well, and I don't really know
who.
I know who. You know who? Motherfucking Sam Raimi.
I figured you were
motherfucking Sam Raimi or Guillermo del Toro, but the thing is, they don't want to do it. Yeah. They probably will. They're probably like, no, we don't want any part of that. Yeah. So they're going to find somebody who's going to try and emulate that, and it's not going to be the same. There's not going to be as much. I don't know. They could find, the new Taika Waititi. Mm-hmm. But I don't really have that faith in them, realistically.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, again, we'll see. We'll see. Once more news comes out, did they give us a date or a year or something? Probably 2022 or something, right?
Something like that, yeah. They said that that movie was either the end of Phase 4 or the beginning of Phase 5. Yeah. So.
Why? Just end it with Fantastic Four. Fucking, you have it. You have it. You own it. Because also, wait, we didn't get anything about Secret Invasion.
I don't think that's happening.
So what the fuck is happening?
I don't think Secret Invasion is happening.
What the fuck was the point of home?
Because so far they're establishing that the Skrulls are just good guys,
and that's fine. Yeah,
it's fine. I just think, what frustrates me is like you had this opportunity to actually have like some growth in your universe where like. You could be like, in the 90s, the Skrulls were, invaded by the Kree and they lost their homes and all this sort of stuff.
Still pissed about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some of them are still holding a grudge. 20 years later, guess what? They're a huge powerhouse in the galaxy and they need to be stopped. Yeah. And that could still happen.
Yeah, it's a rogue. It's like the First Order of the Skrulls. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be so cool. But if it's just they're just good guys, perpetually good guys. Yeah. I get it, and I did like that plot twist in Captain Marvel. But
they threw out a lot of stuff.
Secret Invasion is just such an iconic thing. Yep. And I get it that it's used as a joke. Yeah. But it just come on, it's just like the plot of Civil War. You know what I mean? You really lost something. Well,
it's like with Civil War. It's like with Infinity Gauntlet. Like all these adaptations, quote unquote, they never adapt that shit. No. It's just like, hey, even if they do Avengers Secret Invasion. It'll be called that. It'll have nothing to do with the events of the book. It's like I'm fine with. Obviously, I don't want it to be the same story. That sounds awful.
Right. That'd be horrible. Don't be a Zack Snyder film.
Yeah, that would be trash. Even Zack Snyder didn't do the exact same things.
In some of his movies.
I guess, yeah. Well,
in Watchmen 300.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. I guess that's fair. Yeah. But like. but yeah, I don't need I don't need a full adaptation, but I want an adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want just the name slapped on there and just to sell more tickets to comic fans, just to disappoint us even more. It's just like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's just so like, we had this post-credit scene for Far From Home, which was pointing us in a direction, and we don't know where that direction's going. It's just like, hey, they're in. Really?
Actually, I think I know.
Yeah.
Apparently, in the Marvel universe, in the comics, there is a organization that Nick Fury eventually develops called SWORD.
Yes, I heard about this.
Yeah, and what it is just like,
go fuck yourself. Fucking Pokemon naming conventions.
It's this big space station that it's just somewhere outside of like Earth's orbit.
Yeah, and
it's to basically defend off of any alien invasions.
But what is it? Like, what are they going to be doing in the movies? What movie are we getting? When we see Thanos for the first time, we know, holy shit, we're getting Thanos eventually. Well, Thanos is a big deal.
I mean, here's what I would say then. Like, it would be two things. Yeah. If they're creating SWORD, that means they're creating a defense from aliens, because they were just like, aliens, created the blip. Yeah. So we need to have some sort of defense. So what are the two opponents? First one that comes to mind is, okay, double down with the Skrulls then. Do something with them. Because they would be the perfect opponent. Or Galactus might be redundant.
Maybe. I don't think it'd be redundant, because we haven't,
it'd be redundant in the fact of,
in terms of we just had Thanos,
Yeah, here's this huge bad guy who's an alien, and he's coming to destroy the Earth in some capacity. Yeah. But, I mean, that's a clever way to do it. Eventually, you use SWORD to kind of help propel the Fantastic Four into meeting someone like Silver Surfer. Yeah. Or, Galactus.
Yeah. But it's just like, that's so far down the line.
It is.
It's the fact that it would probably end up being like Phase 5 or even 6.
Even 6, yeah. Probably 6.
Yeah. And it's just like, that's 6 years out. And like, we don't have it's not concrete enough. Because we didn't get Thanos. Thanos was announced in 2012. Yeah. In Avengers, we didn't get it till we didn't get him till 2018. We got snippets of him, but like, we didn't get him till 2018. We don't have a real thing to grab yet. Right. We don't have a real fucking compass pointing us to the next big event yet.
Yeah. It's just and
I think that
false hope of maybe this is SWORD.
Yeah, and it's like, if Fantastic Four had been the post-credit scene of Far From Home, you're just like a little snippet, just like, hey, there are four people exist. I don't know. That's, what I'm saying? Like, we need just like a tangible thing to grab and hold on to as we're dragged for the next 6 years.
I cannot wait to see like this scene, like if it plays out like this. Yeah. Where you see the Fantastic Four walk up to the Avengers Tower and like make a deal and buy they buy it. Yeah. And then, like, in the back of our heads... It should have been
fucking Oscorp, though.
In the back of our heads, though, we're thinking, like, dude, this was happening back when Homecoming was going on.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have it... I was thinking about this before we showed up. Let's... Just to set ourselves... To set our expectations right. Okay. Because clearly, the MCU likes to take liberties with their backstories of fan-favorite characters. Yeah. Like with Mysterio. Right. So, I propose we come up with the worst possible way that they could do the Fantastic Four, so that when they do it, it will be better than what we... Well, so because I had this idea. Uh-huh. All right, I'm just going to tell you what if the Thing... Remember Korg from Ragnarok? What if he's just that? That's what they could do. They would realistically just do that.
Well, actually, I think I have a better example. I know what you're going at.
Like, Reed Richards is connected to Tony Stark.
A lot of people are saying, like, how the hell are they going to bring the mutants in? Oh, multiverse, yada yada, all these other, like, huge, crazy explanations. You know what I think it's just really going to come down to? Yeah. They just exist. And they've existed for a while. Yeah. It's been hush hush. Because they just don't want to talk. I legitimately think...
I just think it's been too long to keep it.
No, I agree.
That's like... It's hard that would be like if we had an entire race of human beings living hush-hush. If there was like an entire ethnicity that was, just not...
I mean, that's just like a bunch of green people existing for 20 years, possibly impersonating the head S.H.I.E.L.D. director.
Oh, but there's the thing, they could fake it. They could hide it,
Right. But see, I mean,
Because the thing is, not all mutants can hide. Right, and that's always a big thing. Like, some mutants have the big wings. Some mutants are,
No, I know. Yeah. I just think it's just like, gosh, what movie? What movie is it? I mean, I guess Captain Marvel. When we watched Avengers, there was no reason for us to believe somewhere in outer space Captain Marvel's flying about.
But that's one person. That's the thing. That's
I know. But my point is like we may not have ever seen the news reports of mutants.
Yeah.
And that may just be it. It's a crappy explanation.
Knowing MCU, they don't like that. The MCU doesn't like to
I beg to differ. Stuff. I think that's what they're gonna do.
I don't know, man. I think if they're gonna bring in the mutants, whenever they do, I think it will be a multiverse thing, just because it's such a big thing. It's such a big group, or it might have to do with the time travel in Endgame, which is
the reason why I don't like the idea of multiverse, or I don't like the idea of like they just showed up, is because it completely destroys Professor Xavier, Magneto, Wolverine. To me, those three, you need time. These characters need to.
We're not getting them. We're not getting them for a while. We're never gonna get them because like the first X-Men movie they announced isn't even about the X-Men.
Yeah,
it's just called Mutants. So I think.
Actually, to go off about mutants. Yeah. Apparently, that's not the name of it.
Oh.
Yeah. The reason why he said mutants is because IGN brought it up with him.
Yeah.
They were just like, so wait, are you guys gonna rebrand it called Mutants? And he was just like, no, Mutants, X-Men, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like, I just referred to it as mutants.
Okay.
So
it's kind of weird. That's kind of a strange like.
I think he was just throwing it out there as just a whatever. Yeah. So anyway, my point is those three characters work really well when there's a lot of time, mythos, and lore.
Yeah.
I want to hear about like, Logan was there on the story.
We're not getting Logan. If we get Logan, I'm gonna be mad.
Not like a movie.
No. If we,
I want to hear Logan stormed like the beaches of Normandy.
No, yeah, but no, I'm saying, but if we get Logan recast, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Because
we're going to, because you know why? We're gonna see Hulk versus Wolverine. I promise you, they're gonna do that.
Would be great then. Well, we don't even have real Hulk anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We have Professor Hulk, so it's like we're not. It's not.
He'll Hulk out for one scene, and then afterwards he'll go back to.
But like normal. We have the world has been introduced to Laura already. Mm-hmm. They were clearly going for her being a successor.
Yeah.
Just bring in Laura. We don't need Logan again. We have exhausted all fucking possible potential for Logan, I think. It's been 20 years. We're done. Mm-hmm. He's done. He died. We saw his origin. It sucked.
You know what's the thing, though? This is the thing, and like we kind of forget because we're not really like big Marvel readers, but now that I'm getting into it, I've started to realize this. There was a time in the comics where Wolverine, like Batman, was in like he was like in 15 comics,
and he was in like 15 movies in this,
right. And he is this kind of character like Spider-Man, where if they can shove him into something, you bet he will be a member of the Avengers, and he will be a member of the X-Men.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to bringing in Logan eventually.
Oh no, I know.
I think don't want him. I think when they eventually do bring in the X-Men, if Logan is Wolverine, I'm gonna be like, fuck off. Like, fuck off. Stop retreading stuff we've already gotten. It's kind of the same thing with Peter Parker. He really should have been Miles. Mm-hmm. With this, if you really want to be different, because when we get Logan, it's going to be a totally different Logan. Right. It's going to be a very weird version of Logan that, because Hugh Jackman did it great. Yeah. He nailed it. The only thing, what things could they improve upon? Right. Shorter, it has the costume. Yeah. 2 fucking things. Cool. You can give the costume to Laura. Just like, what I'm saying? I just think it's so disrespectful to the 20 years that we had of Hugh Jackman as Logan to just be like, all right, we're done. We're time to bring in our own version. Like, so soon. And obviously when they bring in the X-Men, we're going to want a Wolverine. I think Laura would be a good way to do it.
Right. Yeah, I think, like, if I was going to do it in a way, it would just be like the way they're handling Thor right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Not saying I like Fat Thor, but... Yeah. You have Wolverine do something that's extremely personal to him. Yeah. So it's basically like have him just be wandering the United States by himself, going to Japan, whatever. Well, doing his own thing, making his own, place in the world, and then you just put Laura a part of the X-Men movies.
Yeah. I mean, I would want a solo Laura movie first. I think we shouldn't get Logan until... I think we need time for Laura to be...
let me just clarify here. I don't think Wolverine is going to get his own movie.
No.
I think he's just going to be... I think he's going to be a sideline character in the X-Men film. I think he'll definitely be like... He won't be the main character because that's too close to the X-Men films.
Yeah.
I think Wolverine is just going to be... He's going to be Thor. He's gonna be Thor in the Avenger films.
I just think they shouldn't have Logan. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I think they even shouldn't bring him in for the next like 15 years. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Logan for a long time because I've seen Logan for 20 years. 20 fucking years. I looked at that gorgeous fucking Hugh Jackman face.
Yeah.
I want to see Laura. I want Laura to really shine. It's just like if Wally becomes Flash, 6 issues later Barry's back. That is not fair to Wally. And I think Laura really has earned her place to be the definitive Wolverine for a while. Not in the comics. Don't get rid of Logan in the comics. Yeah. Of course, obviously, because there's been enough time. But like in the movies, the MCU really needs to do their best to be different. And to them, it means let's make the character different.
I would like it to just, again, this is how I'd fix Daredevil if they were gonna introduce a new Daredevil. But you just be like, okay, Wolverine's been around for a long time. We're not going to focus on him because you already know his story. Yeah. You know, all of his stuff is set up, whatever.
If I don't focus, I mean, don't talk about him, yeah.
Well, no, but he's there. He's there on screen. You don't see any of the stuff. But then
it's just going to come across
wait. But then you have Laura. Yeah. Who's stepping into her own, and she's more of the focus. And maybe you put him as like a kind of mentor or whatever. Yeah. So then it is something new. It is something fresh. And, I mean, like I said, again, I don't think he should be the focus of the X-Men. I don't think Kevin Feige's going to do that. No. I think he's going to focus more on, like...
I don't think he's even going to have the X-Men for a while.
He's probably just going to, honestly, realistically, focus on Cyclops. Yeah, focus on Cyclops. That poor boy needs some love. I love me some Cyclops, and he just... He got the bad deal out of the Fox deal.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think, but back to the multiverse thing, bringing the X-Men. I think it's easier to, you could still have that history, you know, and you have that pre-existing history of the X-Men, and then you could tell stories about they're immigrants now, you know, and then so it's like get them out and send them back, you know, tell that kind of more modern version of it, right? Instead of
look like. The way that I pitched it is not the way I would want it, but I think that's how it's going to be done. Yeah. Because the way I would want it, and you might disagree, but you could do it like, I mean, I doubt they would do this either because it's just too dark. Yeah. In Ultimate Comics, everything's connected to the Super Soldier Serum. Yeah. You know, the reason why the Hulk exists is because of that. The reason why Green Goblin exists. The reason why most metahumans exist is because of the Super Soldier Serum at some point. Yeah. Same as the X-Men. Yeah. The X-Men were created like back in the 50s because of genetic experimentation. It created the mutant gene and somehow it spread to a bunch of people. And then eventually in the early 2000s, there's enough people who have it. Yeah. You know? And then I think it would be cool to be like, okay, well, S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't exist until the 90s or whatever. Before that, there was Weapon X. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Super Serum being the creation of mutants because, like, that seems kind of like it undermines, like, a big part. I mean, obviously, if mutants keep being born normally because of it, but then it creates a thing, a purpose for it. You know? Just like how, like...
Well, the reason why I like it is because it's just, like... It's
concise, it's super concise.
I mean, number one, exactly. It's extremely concise and gives a very big reason. Because the other reason is just very vague. It's just atomic radiation.
But that's, I guess. Well, the thing that I've always liked about it was just like, it's just evolution. Just people were just born with just different genetics and stuff. Right. And, you know, and it's extreme, it's exaggerated for comic books and stuff. But, like, I've always liked that because, like, there's not a real purpose to it. There's not, like, a real person to point fingers at for it. Instead, it's just these people exist. They were born, you know. It's like it seems like it kind of undermines a lot of the social implications of the X-Men if you give a reason to it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, if they were to do that, I guess I wouldn't be super opposed to it. If they keep it like if they keep people being born from it, you know. I don't know.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like if it worked as like not a virus, but like. If it was something that somehow was airborne and spread, and people who had a certain gene type were susceptible to it,
that comes across as metahumans, as less like mutants to me. Yeah, mutants to me should be like the quirks in My Hero, where they just fucking show up. It's like, fuck.
Well, no, but I'm talking about like the early developments of the virus.
Well, yeah, in My Hero,
like the first
in My Hero, the first quirk is just a baby is born, and it can glow. And they don't fucking know how. They don't know where it came from, but they're like, cool, this baby lights up. That's rad. And then more people start, you know. So that's kind of why like it's so simple. It's like, hey, they just started coming up instead of having like, yeah, this is what created this stuff.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why that original one where they just have always been, is the one they're gonna do.
And I think if they were to do it like it's very early, or I don't know, it's just because if the government was hiding mutants or something, that could work. But I don't know. It seems just too
I hope they lean on Weapon X and they actually do it right, because I think there's room for. Because, like, you know, like anybody who likes the Marvel Universe obviously likes S.H.I.E.L.D. because it's like, oh, S.H.I.E.L.D. gave me all my superheroes. Yeah. You should show us what an evil S.H.I.E.L.D. would look like. And that's Weapon X. Yeah. That is, here's the government kidnapping people, turning them into weapons, turning them into a team, and making them go fight things that they don't want to fight. Yeah. Like, that is just so... You can easily turn that into, like, Avengers versus Weapon X. Yeah. You know? And that'd be cool. Yeah. But
yeah, I don't know, but
we'll see.
Yeah, the one thing I would like to see back to Fantastic Four, bringing them in, I think could be a lot simpler because there's only 4 fucking people. Yeah, I think I think the perfect way to do it is not so much multiverse stuff, but time travel stuff. Yeah, I think it'd be perfect if Reed Richards worked with Howard Stark. You know, so it's still a little bit connected to the MCU, but it's not Tony again. If it's connected to Tony again, I'd be pissed. But you know, he worked with Howard Stark maybe while with Captain America. You know, and then Captain America shows up, he disappears, and then in the 50s they go up into space, and
apparently there's rumors that it's supposed to be a period piece. Yeah. And I hope that's what it is. Yeah. I hope it's a period piece set in the 60s. I hope they have like loose connections to like Hank Pym and Howard Stark and
then they get stuck in a time vortex,
they get stuck in like a time zone or
they need
whatever.
To be the next displaced people. They need to be the next hero
and it would work. Yeah.
It
would work so well.
Yeah. Especially because they were the first ones. They were the Marvel.
And that's how you can maintain this idea that they were the family that kind of created the Marvel universe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Especially if they end up housing themselves in the Avengers Tower.
Yeah. Which I don't want, but yeah.
I want them to change the look of it. I love it to just a big O4.
I'm fucking serious, man. I think if they were to if Oscorp is Avengers Tower, that is such a better fucking symbol for Peter, where it's like his old heroes Stark, his old heroes the Avengers have been replaced by the guy who killed his girlfriend, you know, by these monsters and stuff. But if it's like his old heroes were replaced by his new friends. Right. Fuck. Okay.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. That it definitely means more when it's Osborn.
It will not be Osborn though. Let's be real.
The problem is they don't own Spider-Man, so they won't do that. Yeah. Just because the Avengers Tower was the thing that was linking the Daredevil shows to the Marvel Universe. You know what I mean? It's just seeing that tower, and you could see that tower in other films sometimes in the background and stuff like that, you know? So that's why I think it's appropriate for the Fantastic Four to be that, because they should have that reputation among everyone else.
I think it'd be cool maybe if they bought like Fisk Tower or something, or you know, just a tower, but yeah. But I don't know. It's Fantastic Four. I think is a franchise that like.
I want to see it done.
It should be their priority, really.
Yeah, I want to see it done, and I know a lot of people don't like them because they think like, oh, they're outdated and they just don't work. Come on.
No, I think that's just because we've had bad movies.
We just had horrible movies and people just didn't understand.
There was a Fantastic Four cartoon that came out a while ago, and that was great. Yeah. So they work. They for sure work, and they're great. The Hickman run's amazing.
Yeah. The Hickman run's amazing. The Dan Slott stuff's pretty good, and you know, Dan Slott's Dan Slott. Yeah.
But I really think it should be their newest priority, just like how Thanos was their priority. Yeah. I think this should be their.
And the best part, and what I always loved about the Fantastic Four, is in the Marvel Universe, you have all these different pockets of people exploring different things. Yeah. The Fantastic Four are the only people who can explore all of it. Yeah. They can explore time travel, multiverse hopping, magic, science.
Yeah. That might be why they're waiting. They want to like give that stuff to other characters. They want Ant-Man to be the time travel guy for a little bit, and they want
the Fantastic Four should be the ones that go and chart the quantum zone or whatever. You know what I mean? They should just be like, oh wow, look at all this place, and then Ant-Man just shows up. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't need it. Honestly, I don't want another Ant-Man movie.
Apparently, that's not on the table.
Yeah, so don't give me an Ant-Man movie. Have Ant-Man show up in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, even Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange doesn't. Doctor Strange kind of always works better as a supporting role.
Yeah. That's why I like what the Fantastic Four. It's just they have their hands in everything, and it's not.
So what if those characters?
It's not so invasive.
It's not like when Iron Man shows up in Spider-Man, where it's like,
Right. Yeah. If Spider-Man shows up to the Fantastic Four, it's usually because it's just like, oh snap,
I'm nearby. Yeah, I need help.
Yeah, I need help. Or, oh wait, you guys need help with something? Okay, boom, 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 boom. Wow, this kid's Just kids, we should have you working for us.
Can you please help me take off? Hey, can you look at my costume for a little bit? It's black and it scares me.
Yeah.
Hey, oh shit! I'm naked. Can I have a costume?
Can I join you guys? I can jump around. Look at all the stuff I can do.
No, fuck you. You're not being paid. I was like, oh, never mind. I don't want that. That was the whole plot. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, I'm not getting paid. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, he left. Yeah. The first 3 issues are really funny. Yeah. Because he's literally working. He's dealing with the fact that he's not an entertainer anymore, and I thought that was really funny. Yeah. No one ever examines that. Yeah. Because he was an entertainer for a little bit. But anyway, do you want to wrap this up? Because I'm sure it's...
Yeah, it's about 2 hours now. That's pretty good. Woo. Yeah. So is there anything else you want to say, though, in general?
That's about it, honestly. Yeah. I'm sure we covered the whole 9 yards. Yeah. Sorry that it was so long, guys.
No, that's good. It's a fucking podcast. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. If you like this, it's not gonna be on Spotify or iTunes for a while, just because like we have to pay for that fucking that server hosting thing.
Oh, okay.
And like, I'm just trying to find a good one that'll work with us, that'll let us upload enough for a decent price, and you give us, because there's one that's free, but we don't get full control of it, so I don't really like it. Especially if I'm gonna post stuff to my channel. But thanks for watching. Stick around to this channel if you want to see more of this podcast and shit. If you want to see some of my bullshit, and for some reason you liked what I had to say, head over to my channel, TroyBoy17. I'm where I do fucking rewrites and I talk shit about movies a lot. My next one is the Spider-Man Far From Home rewrite, which should be out in the next couple weeks.
Brace for impact, MCU lovers.
Yeah.
Brace for impact.
Oh god, yeah. Hit me up fucking roast me on Twitter. Go ahead. But you can follow me on Twitter, TroyBoy17, Instagram, TroyBoy17. Your Twitter is you don't use Twitter. You don't use Twitter, but
yeah, I don't really use Twitter. It's really just Instagram. It's just storytelling Vlaire.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't really been doing much. Trying to make some sort of resurgence. Yeah.
But you got that Comic-Con video coming though.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Yeah. If not, you'll enjoy this podcast. Whatever.
Yeah. But thanks for watching. See you around then.
Yeah. See you guys next time.
Bye.
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 Next time.
Bye.